Welcome back, lads. It's India versus Australia, a blockbuster of a game. And today is going to be a lot of fun. Of course, we're going to stay until the end. We have Praatibh and Akshay, who we will go to, and they'll talk about a lot of things. But India have won the toss and elected to bat first. We already see the inquisitive doctor in the chat. Kranti Gaud comes in place of Nandini Sharma. A lot to talk about the playing 11, a lot to discuss through this watch long. A reminder, like I said, we will be here until the end. Like, share, and subscribe, all that good stuff. Like this stream if you haven't already, because this stream will push, if you like the stream, will push the stream to a lot more people. And subscribe to Women's Cricket Central. It's in the chat. But yeah, a lot to discuss, a lot to look forward to. Before we do anything, let's go to Praatibh and Akshay, and there you go.
Awesome. Thank you for tuning in. This is the final group stage fixture for India. Very crucial one. They're taking on Australia, the strongest opponents in the World Cup so far. Now, there's just one change. Firstly, the toss. India's won the toss. Harmanpreet is elected to bat first. Kranti comes in place of Nandini Sharma. That's the only change for India. Australia playing the same squad. Phoebe Litchfield, of course, comes in as well. So, what are your initial thoughts on the 11? Do you think they've got it right?
Definitely not. I would have definitely wanted Arundhati Reddy to come in. I would have also hoped for someone like a Bharti Fulmari to come in place. In fact, I was low-key hoping against hope that even someone like a Prema Rawat can come in, if nothing else, because I really believe that the Australians tend to have poorer numbers versus wrist spin. And I know Prema Rawat, first World Cup, just played just one T20 and she's not exactly cooked, so to say.
Right.
So it would have been a very tricky call. I can still live with it, but yeah, going ahead with Renuka Singh Thakur after not having played any of the games prior to the Bangladesh encounter, that's very sketchy to me. And also, yeah, it's Lords. It's not exactly a surface that's known for its lateral movement. And I don't know how exactly will Renuka Singh Thakur come into the pitch over here, but yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, I think something we would have thought and something we actually made on reel on is that maybe we would have seen Arundhati Reddy come in, especially after the kind of bilateral series that she had. She was the highest wicket taker. So it's interesting to see Kranti come in. I think that's something even I'm a little surprised about. For Australia, I mean, it's the general squad. Everybody can bat and most of them can bowl as well. They're also medium pace, all-rounder heavy, the squad that they're playing. Apart from that, in terms of conditions at Lords, there was a day game. Of course, this is a different pitch. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out. It should be a decent batting surface, at least compared to those first two games that we've seen. Now, something that everyone will talk about, something you'll hear on comms as well, is the slope across Lords, 8.5 feet end to end. How do India use that slope? Because, as you said, there might not be that much lateral movement, and that's where how they use the slope might come in, which ends the bowlers bowl from. If they can get spin or swing, spin or seam, that's something that they need to keep in mind. But apart from that, any predictions you want to make? Do you think India can do it?
I mean, again, if you ask me, can they do it? Of course they can, but will they do it? That's a bigger question. I still believe they won't. A couple more things to add. Kranti Gaud, I think, is a welcome move, including her in, simply because Lords once again is a surface that tends to aid spin a lot more. We've seen even in the 100 London Spirit sort of operate with a bunch of spinners. And you know that's why India also have quite a few options. And importantly, Kranti Gaud is someone who tends to extract movement off the surface. And it is sort of a rule of thumb, right? Surfaces that aid spin will also aid seam movement. And because it's a dry, crumbly surface, the weather conditions are also going to be on the hotter side. It's a noon game there. The game's starting at 2:30 p.m. local time. So you can expect someone like a Kranti Gaud to actually make some inroads with that, with the seam back in deliveries that she tends to do a lot more often than not. Another thing to make note of is the fact that today we're not playing on a center surface. The surface is on one side, and which means that you will see either the leg side or the offside based on which end it is to be shorter, significantly shorter, because apparently they're playing on the extreme end pitch of I don't know which side. So that is something we'll get to know, which end is more suited to left-handers, which end is more suited to right-handers, and that's definitely something batters will be happy about because they can now target one side. But that also means the slope that we keep talking about, the effect will be a lot more pronounced, because if it was the center wicket, the slope would not, the slope
incline
would be, exactly, the incline wouldn't be very skewed. It would be a lot more flatter, but because it's on one end of the surface, it is going to be a lot more trickier for pacers, especially to contend with. So someone like a Kranti Gaud who's playing for the first time ever at the Lords, it won't be easy running in, or probably second time ever because she did play the ODI last year. But yeah, it won't be easy for someone like her to contend with, running down the slope from one end. So things like that will definitely play a role.
Awesome. So we've heard it from here, and we'll go back to the commentary box. This is the home of cricket. This should be an exciting fixture. Back to Ashwin at the com box.
All right, lads, we are back. That was very interesting from both Akshay and Praatibh. Like always, one of them will be joining me. Every 5 overs, we will be switching commentators. It will be a lot of fun. Talking about the square boundaries, like Akshay was talking about, one of the boundaries is 65 meters, the other is 58 meters, whereas the straight is 71 meters. Something to keep in mind is that the Indian team is playing on the same pitch that just went by South Africa, Bangladesh. If you were an Indian fan, you would have hoped for Bangladesh to somehow crawl in and get those 4 more wickets, but that did not happen. South Africa didn't win the game. So, yeah, unfortunately, South Africa won, but that means India, they only have to look one way, and that's to win this game. But that's going to happen. This game is going to be on the same pitch as the one before. Like Akshay said, there's not a lot of lateral movement, but it was a belter of a pitch. If you look at the scorecard, it doesn't seem so, but that could also be a pressure thing. But it is a good pitch to bat on, and there was a bit of spin on the pitch as well, so that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, once I get company, which seems like a rarity at this point because no one's joining me. What's up, Akshay? What's up, the Inquisitive Doctor? Whatever be the Pasco, Australia will be chasing without any pressure. Anything below 170, I don't see India having any chance. So that is true because a lot of people would have actually hoped for India to be bowling first, only because of what you said. The idea that Australia can chase anything because of the batting lineup they have. They bat until 11. They have so many options. Even if the top 4 fail, you still have a lot of options coming in and batting, which is also a key battle. Shefali versus Sophie Molyneux, 4 innings, 2 outs, strike rate 133. Doesn't look all that great for Shefali Verma, even though the strike rate's nice. This is why average would also have been nice. Stacking on the pitch. Akshay always supports underdog. Interested to see who he's supporting today. Surprise, surprise, we're all wearing India shirt and he's going to be supporting India. He's not an anti-nationalist after all. So he's going to support the Indian team. And yeah, he's going to support the underdog, which according to him is India. And so what can you do? Well, we have Praatibh joining me this time, unlike before, where it was Akshay and I started off in the first 5 overs. The Inquisitive Doctor taking on the pitch. Well, India definitely underdogs today. Well, chat, you guys already know how Akshay operates. So here we are. All right, Praatibh, I know you spoke about the playing 11 and everything, but let's be honest.
Yeah.
A lot of changes that we expected but didn't seem to happen. You spoke about Arundhati Reddy already. What do you think Arundhati Reddy would have done on the Lord's pitch?
I mean, it's interesting, right? Because Arundhati Reddy in that series, especially against Australia, he was just able to find a way to pick up wickets, and that's something that we've had a huge complaint with, is that a lot of Indian players have just not been able to get wickets with the new ball. Now, especially with how erratic Kranti and even Renuka in that last game were, I would have assumed that Arundhati might be a more stable option at least. She has all of the variations. She also has the ability to bring the ball in. That's something that Renuka also does. So I think at the end of the day, when they played Renuka in that 4th game, somewhere I did have a feeling that that's because they want to play Renuka in the
Oh yeah,
Australia game.
yeah,
100%.
I'm a little disappointed, but not surprised.
Yeah, not surprised. That's how I'm. I don't know how I feel about them dropping Nandini, because I get that they want to bring back someone who's a good pairing with Renuka, in which case it would be Kranti, because she's just played a lot more with Renuka, I feel. But considering the videos we made and how we've broken down, just the fact that they've not been able to settle on a fast bowling combination, and considering that Nandini was actually getting wickets, sure, she would have gone for a few runs. I think that would have been a more dynamic.
Yeah, I think choosing Kranti Gaud is a backup to Renuka Singh because of the pace and everything. Renuka
Possibly,
Singh, what, touches 105 on a good day.
Yeah.
She's usually around 100. Kranti Gaud in the last couple of series, in fact, since 2025, the England series or the the England ODI series, and since then she's been the fastest bowler for the Indian team. So there is a big difference in terms of pace. There's also a difference in terms of what they're capable of. I mean, leave the conditions aside. You have Renuka Singh Thakur being able to swing the ball. You have Kranti Gaud being able to seam the ball. On paper, it seems like a very good pairing, except if you see the way they've gone about playing in this World Cup and just how they've been doing, especially with Renuka Singh Thakur just playing the last game and Kranti Gaud being the most expensive bowler for India this year for a certain amount of matches. I think at least 5 matches or 6 matches at this point. I mean, I feel like Nandini Sharma would be high up there, but if you leave her aside, she's just getting into the act of things. But yeah, apart from that, Yeah, I don't really know. I was surprised Yastika Bhatia still gets a game, especially after fielding inefficiency.
Yeah, I mean the Indian team as it is has been a like this entire tournament. It was very accentuated in that last game where it was just drop after drop. Radha Yadav herself dropping 2 catches. And yeah, Yastika, both from a fielding perspective, but also from a batting perspective, she's been given 2-3 games now where again she's very typical style, done decently in the power play, then has had a kind of a massive slowdown and ends up getting out very quickly after the power play. So like how much value is she adding? Is it the case, like here's the thing, right? If you're looking for a more dynamic batting order or just looking for different kinds of roles, what Yastika is doing is something that the other players are also capable of doing and possibly even carrying on post the power play. So that's where Akshay talking about Bharti Fulmali would make sense as an X factor. Of course, with Bharti Fulmali, it could be literally 0 or it could be 50 of 20 balls. You don't know which way it goes. But in a game like Australia, where like everything is on the line and you need that little bit of brilliance, maybe, just maybe Bharti Fulmali made sense.
I agree with that. So the logic behind having dropping Yastika Bhatia, and like Praatibh said, so Praatibh explained why dropping Yastika Bhatia makes sense, because what she can do, almost everybody in the batting lineup can do. I know Jemmy historically numbers wise she does struggle in the power play. She
Yeah.
doesn't go at it. But let's just say that they have a good power play, or even if they don't, even if Jemmy comes in, even if they have a slow power play, Jemmy has one of the best strike rates in the middle order, so you're banking on that. But apart from that, having Bharti Fulmali in the middle means you can either send Richa Ghosh, which you wouldn't want to because you'll send in the last 5 overs, but you can send Bharti Fulmali as just a pinch hitter.
Yeah, true.
Just go and swing your bat, and if some connect, you have the momentum back. And so having that pinch hitter in the middle is almost like very important in this case, because you have consolidators on in the top. You have Jem, you have Harmanpreet, who will consolidate in case something happens. We don't have a batter apart from Richa Ghosh who can just come and swing at it.
Yeah, completely agree with you because we have enough players in the top four who can consolidate, who can bat out the entire innings. You need a little bit of impetus in the middle to sort of take over the innings, especially with a side like Australia where there's going to be a lot of control applied right from the get go, and just they just have bowler after bowler after bowler and batter after batter after batter. So India, like wherever India can make inroads, they have to.
That is true. I was expecting Bharti to be coming in place of Yastika, the inquisitive dog, or the techie on the pitch. Yeah, I think we all were. Like the stream, if you haven't already, we will be here until the end of the match. If India go on to lose, we might be here maybe 5 more minutes after
Slightly
the
longer,
match.
yeah.
If India go on to win, then it's all day, every day. But yeah, like the stream and subscribe to Women's Cricket Central. Akshay will join us after 5 overs. Subscribe to Women's Cricket by JB. Yeah, just keep subscribing and keep supporting us because we appreciate the support. We have 10 minutes to go before toss time, and there's still a couple of things to talk about. How do you think? I mean, there's a lot of pressure on Smriti, right? For starters, a lot of people say she's a minnow basher, doesn't stand up when team needs her to, and
Right.
all of that. But even regardless, Smriti will have pressure in the sense that she hasn't particularly performed in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
And just apart from that, it's against Australia. She wants to perform. So does Shefali. Shefali can get away with performing because she can perform against the big teams. But Smriti, this might just be one of the most defining innings, possibly one of the in her T20 career, maybe.
Yeah, like it's one of those games, right? Like very similar to the ODI World Cup, and how Jemmy played the kind of innings that she did, and that like completely lifted the campaign for India. Of course, it got them into the final also, but it's a similar situation here where whichever player steps up and is just able to produce that magical knock or get
True,
those
true.
wickets up front, you essentially shoot your team into a chance of winning the title. And who wouldn't want to do that? Especially someone like Smriti Mandana, who it's not even like she's had a bad tournament. She's got 250s.
True.
Post that, there's been a couple of failures, but not without getting starts. So she's looked in good touch. It's just about shot selection or maybe what she does on the day. And against a side like Australia, where she's actually plundered a lot of runs in the past. Remember, this was also one of her only good bilateral series here where she actually scored runs. So she will have that confidence. But I also know that Australia will have their plans. They will have someone like Ash Gardner who might bowl to Smriti Mandhana. They will have those matchups. So it has to be a mix of caution and aggression. I don't think Smriti needs to do anything different. She just knows how to score runs. Just about can she come good on the big day.
That is true. As much as they have Ash Gardner, the Australians can even afford to start with two fast bowlers.
100%.
And I feel like that probably be the case.
Yeah.
But yeah, Smriti versus Ash would be an interesting one. And I mean, both of them know each other. Both of them know the fact that like Ash knows the fact that she can get Smriti out,
Yeah.
and Smriti knows that she's gotten out. It's a very interesting psyche playing against a bowler who you know has gotten you out a couple of.
I will say that the Australian team look extremely relaxed, even if
Yeah,
you've been
did you
following their
see?
socials.
Yeah, did you see Sophie Molyneux's press conference yesterday?
Oh, no.
That was so chill. She was talking about how the pressure's on them, and I agree. Like the pressure's on the Indian team.
Yeah.
The fact that she can just
Yeah, I think yeah, like following the last couple of World Cups and just looking at the Australian team, they just seem to be so relaxed. I don't think this was the case in the ODI World Cup. There was also stuff that happened off the field that time, but right now for them, they just look in such a good headspace. They just look like the side to be beat, like
yeah.
to
I mean,
beat. Like,
Elise Perry picking up wickets, scoring runs. Everyone's just
and Litchfield's back to, I mean,
oh yeah,
what better timing
yeah.
than
That's
against
true.
India?
I'm not gonna lie. As much as I want India to win, I do want Phoebe to come runs.
Yeah,
She's a
no,
left-handed. She's not gonna open the batting, but generally an opening batter.
yeah.
And I love left-handed opening batters. See, I do like Smriti Man. I do. The inquisitive doctor says India versus Australia
Go
head
ahead.
to head in T20 World Cup group stage 2-1 by India, 2-1 by Australia. India lost in 2014 and 2024, while we won in 2018 and 2020. Both wins came while batting first and then choking the Aussies.
Interesting.
Gurbi says, hi, hi, hello.
Hello.
Feel like a hello. It's not every day we get a hello on the chat, but hello. But thank you for that, the inquisitive doctor. That makes us feel a little better about India batting first. However, I would have liked for India to bowl first, but who am I? I'm not the captain. I'm just wearing an Indian
Yeah,
jersey.
if anything, like this is a more comfortable position for India batting first because we know they're not the best chasers.
Ooh.
They've also got a lot of their good performances. A lot of their batters just prefer coming out to bat first and setting a target. So the only thing is like it's going to be important to gauge the pitch also. Like what kind of total is going to be par or above par here because dimensions are going to come into the picture, the ground slope, all of that. So there's a lot of conditions that will be at play, and it's also possibly the first time that some of these girls are
Playing
playing
at
at
Lords.
Lords.
Oh, what an experience that's going to be.
Yeah.
We have Dhoni in the chat. Mr. Cool Dhoni. Good score to defend.
Ooh.
Well,
Time will
if you
tell.
were Dhoni, you wouldn't ask that. Well, time will tell to be.
Yeah.
So the first game, if you look at the scorecard, it's a mixed bag, right? Because South Africa lost 6 wickets while chasing a target of less than 120 is what I want to say. I might be wrong there, but I think it's less than 120. I saw the match. Yeah, 117. They were chasing 118, and South Africa lost 6 wickets. I know the scorecard says that, but it was a bloody good pitch to bat on. It was spinning a bit, and it's the same pitch. But yeah, it's still a good pitch to bat on. What's an ideal score here? Asks me.
Hazel Levesque. Oh, nice.
What a name.
The Percy Jackson reference, if I'm
I
not
think
wrong.
Mr. Cool Dhoni might be right. 170, 180 is not a bad score under pressure. I mean,
I mean,
India's under pressure. Australia's
yeah, if
through.
India can actually make it to a 170, 180, I think they will back them
I was also gonna.
about the anthem.
No, I mean, sure, why not? We can't hear the national anthem, which is why we won't be standing, which is also why we'll be talking over it. In case wondering why are we disrespecting the national anthem?
There is no disrespect.
We can't hear it.
We are in. He's right.
You know the amount of times I've heard the Australian national anthem because of cricket we have watched.
Yeah.
I have it by hearted almost. At least like the first 30 seconds.
That's me with Sri Lankan national anthem. This is a pretty good one.
Forget about the pitch. We need minimum 170 to defeat. No, I agree. South Africa somehow keep playing horrible cricket and getting away against all small teams, but against India, they somehow found a way to keep up their game. To be fair, I mean, they aren't playing horrible cricket per se. They only lost against Australia. We aren't playing any incredible cricket if you think about it. Even our win against Pakistan and Netherlands, Pakistan was fair, but even Netherlands was a
Little
bit
dicey,
scratchy.
yeah.
Bangladesh was a bit.
India hasn't got their best game. 100%. What we've seen.
All right, we have 4 minutes to go before the first ball is bowled. If you guys are watching the other T20 game that's happening, why bother? Thanks to Bangladesh for taking net run rate out of the picture, but just a normal. I mean, it was always going to be a normal win. The India's net run rate is +2, so South Africa was never going to come close to it unless they won by 3,000
Completely
runs
destroyed Bangladesh.
or 25 wickets, something of that sort. That was going to be almost like an impossibility. But a lot of fun, a lot to talk about. Hopefully, I feel like now the nerves are starting to kick. Like the reality that India might just be out of the World Cup and this might be our last watch along makes me emotional.
Damn.
Is why you would think.
He will be back, obviously, but yeah, I'll possibly for a World Cup.
No, I think India is going to win today.
Testing.
I'm just scared of India losing, but I think India's
Yeah,
going to win.
good place to be.
What a good looking jersey. I genuinely, as much as I love the Australian yellow, and I think that fits in its place, like the ODI World Cup, that exact
Yeah, the one
jersey.
on your screen.
This dark green, there's just something about it, makes them look like villain. It's very, it's,
Villainesque.
yeah, it's something about, it's like Green Goblin green.
Very interesting.
All right. So we have sporting destination. What do you think of the toss decision? Would be the logic because of the result? And no, I mean doesn't really matter actually.
Yeah, that's something I was actually thinking about, right? Because even for the players, just think about they're viewing this game. This happened before their match at Lords itself, and how much of an impact does that have on the player's psyche or how they look at their own fixture? Because there's certain things that you see and then you want to either try them, or either you're just watching, or you decide that you don't want to watch a single ball of that game. So I'm sure different players have different things, but how much does that influence decision making coming into this very fixture?
Yeah, that is true. I feel like as players, you would, no disrespect to any team, but if it's South Africa versus Bangladesh, you would take the match with a pinch of salt.
For sure, yeah.
Only because of the kind of teams that they are playing that they are and playing against each other. You would keep that in mind. But except Beth Mooney, everyone can bowl. That is
Well,
Phoebe
well, well.
Litchfield doesn't bowl all that much. I mean, I wish she could bowl. Then she would be a dream. Left-handed opening batter who can also bowl. She doesn't open in the T20 format. But I just think she should. I think she should open all formats. I think she's the best left-handed opening batter apart from Smriti Mandhana. Pick that
Cut
out there.
himself short there, right on time.
Don't know whether Beth Mooney can bowl. She can't. I mean, any wicketkeeper can bowl. Would she want to bowl is the question. Why is Arundhati Reddy on the bench? Well, it's a question we have been asking ourselves. The highest wicket taker against Australia in the series that just went by a couple of months ago. She's the best average for any bowler in this team against Australia and the best strike rate. In fact, her best figures in the T20 format have come against Australia, 4 for 22 in 5 overs. And her best figures against any oppositions is Australia.
Fair.
Yet
Yeah,
you would wonder why she's not.
yeah, it's just a little bit of a mistake. I think India, with the comfort of Renuka, just want Kanti around for that extra pace. Uh, yeah, like there's possibly no other justification. And maybe they think that Kanti is able to use the slope a certain way, but I don't know. Really going to match the lines and lengths.
Power play predictions, our sporting destination. This is what we do from you. We don't give predictions. Let us know in the chat what your predictions are. If you come close, well, then we all have fun. So let us know in the chat what your predictions are. It's not a surprise that a fast bowler is opening the bowling and we have Smriti Mandhana facing the first ball.
It is going to be the left arm seam of Lucy Hamilton that comes into the picture. Relatively very young in her career, just
True.
the 3 matches. This is her 3rd match, but she's been around for a while. She has been making a little bit of headlines. A lot of people were also very happy with the fact that she was picked in that T20 World Cup squad. This is interesting from Australia in that they are possibly going to have the left-hander start up against, I want to say, is on strike.
Yeah, she 100%.
Yeah, and she is someone who will take the ball away from Smriti. Could be very similar case to Netherlands actually, where Smriti sort of cover drove on the up and found herself not reaching the pitch of the ball. So a lot of that might be possible here if
It's
she gets that
true,
enticing
is
length.
True.
The umpire says play, and here's the first ball.
Oh,
Right on cue.
very full, very straight, and Smriti Mandhana plays that with the full face of the bat. Right, so we have some predictions in the chat. I am me. This 54 for 1. Sporting Destinations is 43 for 1. I like the run rate of the Indian team. India will score 185. We have a whole target.
Oh.
66 for no loss. Damn the inquisitive doctor. That's insane. If you're inquisitive enough That's another very full delivery, and that's very well played once again. Full face of the bat. If this was the ODI format, I would appreciate it. But those are deliveries. Good away, but it's just the first two deliveries.
Yeah,
Okay.
fair. Smriti being a little watchful and rightfully so important fixture, and typical of Lucy Hamilton trying to get it as full as possible. Look for a little bit of swing up front. She's been a tad bit too full. I think she would want to pull her length slightly behind, get Smriti driving a little.
Interestingly, the match before this, down the leg side, Smriti gets that behind square for a single, is what I would assume. I'll be shocked if they run two. Yeah. So interestingly, the match before this between South Africa and Bangladesh, Marazan Cap was firstly very, very successful trying to pitch it up. And Shabnim Ismail, she changed her length from pitching it short of good length to full. And both of those fast bowlers found a lot of success pitching the ball full. I don't know if there was anything to do with, there was no swing, there was no movement
Yeah.
of the pitch, but there was something about the batter trying to play through the line that they were caught off guard. So I don't know if that is a strategy Lucy Hamilton will continue to use. We'll find out. There was a bit of swing there, wasn't there?
Slightly, yeah. Coming in slightly, or could just even have been the angle. We'll find out actually. Yeah,
Oh,
slight bit of movement there. Going straight to covers.
he opened Shefali Verma up, placed through the offside straight to Phoebe Litchfield for no run. So that's, if this ball is a dot ball or single, this will be the first time in this World Cup that Shefali doesn't get a boundary in the first two deliveries.
True.
Is that calling for 100? Is what I'm asking. But
I
we'll
thought he
find
was
out.
going to go the other way, but
No, I think, no, I am so confident today. You have no idea. Today
good
is the
place
day.
to be.
Today is the day where India proved to the world.
That's a good ball. Gets it in the gap, but that'll just be a single down to deep point-ish is what I want to say.
This is my problem with some of the shots Indian players play. 116 kilometers per hour, pretty quick.
Pace, yeah.
Some of the shots the Indian players play in the power play, they don't look to take advantage of a bad ball. This is a bad ball. It's short. It's a bit wide. It's simply a bad ball, and you got to put it away. You don't get Australians bowl a lot of bad balls.
That's true.
The delivery to Smriti West, she took a single, again a bad ball, but you get a
Yeah.
single off that.
That's
Oh,
a
that
good
was an
ball.
inside edge for a single once again. Trying to play it on the up.
Not surprised there. It's something that we've seen Smriti do time and again. At the end of the first over, it's 3 for no loss.
Nandakumar says, I think India should have bowled first. To be fair, I also think the same. I know Praatibh thinks otherwise. The only reason being, I think Australia can just simply chase anything. Anything
Yeah, fair.
they know the tempo to bat in, they know what the required run rate is, and they can. But I mean, there's
like,
freedom batting first.
I'm coming from the place that I know that India will not be happy
Yeah, I
compared
mean,
to them batting first.
statistically, the numbers while chasing, except Jemmy, Pali also has
Fali
bad
to an
numbers.
extent.
They all have bad. Harman has bizarre numbers chasing. Smriti doesn't enjoy her chasing in terms of stats. Yeah, and then who?
I mean, there are batters, but like it's just it has to be one of these top 4 who goes on to get a big score. Otherwise, like you just don't have anybody to bat around in this lineup.
That is true. The second over will be interesting. Smriti is on strike. Well,
It's Kim Garth who's coming in the attack, right arm, fast medium.
a tad expensive in a her career economy of 6.3 would be considered expensive, but it's okay.
The modern game is evolving fast. Soon these would be golden numbers.
That
can
is
maintain
true.
that
That is true.
economy.
Will be interesting to see if Kim Gard does get any swing. She will look to pitch it up. I will be surprised if she doesn't
The
first ball.
keeper's immediately up to the stumps already, which is something to keep in mind.
Oh, the shot of good length, a bit of movement off the pitch. They don't want. So I one of the reasons this could be, she's not that express pace. Smriti will walk down the wicket, and
Yeah.
you don't want Smriti to walk down the wicket. 110 is not 110
I mean,
is decent.
pretty good pace.
Yeah. Milestones. Shefali needs 7 runs for 500 runs against Australia. Jemmy needs 35 runs for 500 international runs in World T20 World Cups. Richa needs 4 sixes for 50 sixes in T20 internationals. And I couldn't read the last one. Oh, that's played it on the up. That's through mid wicket. Well, she should. That's the first boundary for the Indian team, hopefully. And that it is. And Smriti gets that boundary of Kim Garth.
That's an interesting shot because she was in a slightly uncomfortable position, but then was just able to force it off her hips, which is nice to watch. Something we actually discussed last over is that she got a similar delivery but did not put it away. This was actually a very decent ball for
Ooh.
her to have to play that kind of shot and get a
That's
boundary
true.
there.
That's true.
That's well played in the end from Smriti, and she looks switched on.
Really well played. This hopefully we have a lot of boundaries to come. This is hopefully the first of many. She used a lot of a bottom hand there, and yeah, I felt like she played it very, very early.
Does it again and got it in the gap once again. That's extremely well timed from Smriti.
That's
Yeah.
back-to-back boundaries for Smriti Mandana. Interestingly, I feel like this is the shorter end of the boundary. It looks very, very short. 58 meters. So one is 65, one is 58, and the straight is 71. And yeah, again, using a bottom hand, flicking that middle of the bat through mid-wicket, between mid-wicket and square leg for back-to-back boundaries for Smriti Mandana. If this is how she wanted to start, well, she's going at it. And Kim Gath would be disappointed by how short the boundary is because the fielder has absolutely no chance once it reaches the outfield.
Yeah, it's not even bad bowling from Kim Gath. She's hitting more or less the right area. Maybe she can be a little more outside off, just like that. And that's where possibly the margin for error is not too big with Smriti Mandana on strike.
That's 8 runs already in the first 4 balls. You would hope they rotate strike. I hope.
Yeah.
Like rotate strike, don't play a lot of dot balls. Find a way to make yourself busy on the crease and not dig yourself in. Because in the end, it's still just 11 runs of 8 deliveries. Sorry, 10 deliveries. 11 of 10. Yeah, the run rate's not still more than 6. Oh, that's an outside edge straight to point. That's another dot ball. Like, this is what I'm talking about. You get 2 boundaries. See, 2 boundaries and a single is 9 runs. Just below 10. 2 boundaries, you're still just.
Yeah, it's good, but that's the thing, right? With these openers, you know that they're always looking for boundaries and not as much to rotate strike, which also makes sense because you just have the 2 fielders in the outfield. But yeah, India need to get a little better with their dot ball accumulation / strike rotation.
Yeah, because even after getting 2 boundaries, Smriti of 10 of 9.
Yeah.
That says something. Oh, that's a wide. See, this is what I'm
Smriti
talking
is missed
about.
out on that.
Like this, it's such a bad ball, and you leave it, it's a wide, but just nudge it. These players, especially Smriti in the power play, she struggles to put away bad balls.
Yeah.
And it's just so important against a team like Australia. Nandakumar, as chat statistician, interestingly, he also does stat work for a living, is what we learned from the last live. The highest run chase by the Australian women's team in T20 internationals is 183 runs. They achieved this against South Africa on Feb 21st, 2017 at the Oval in Australia, winning by 4 wickets. Interesting.
Yeah.
So anything above 183, just possibly win.
Might give us a chance. Yes. 2 overs. Lucy Hamilton to continue. Shefali
Oh,
drives
my
that well, upishly
God.
though, in the gap, and she'll get a single. That was a little bit of a streaky shot, but you
expect.
Shefali Verma.
But again, I mean, I might just be a little too harsh. I again think that was a ball to just
be
put
hit.
away.
Yeah,
I
fair.
feel like this is the most tentative I've seen the batters,
Yeah.
and I don't know if it's really not the bowlers bowling well.
It's possibly just the nerves of it, Australia more than anything.
I would hope Smriti walks out this ball. I would really hope, and that's what she does. But she hits it straight to mid on. But well, at least she did what I was hoping.
Yeah, Lucy Hamilton getting the ball to move slightly inward into Smriti, cramping her for room almost in some sense. With Smriti walking down the wicket like that and the ball coming into her, she will have to make a little bit of an adjustment, or she'll have to open up the leg side completely. So that's something to watch out for. India will clearly be looking to get a few boundaries. It's just been weird cricket so far, to be fair.
Oh, she walks across, and that's yet another dot ball. A lot of India is accumulating a lot of dot balls, and they don't do well in T20 cricket. 15 balls, 12 runs, run rate well below 6 now. There will be a bit of pressure. There will be pressure to attack. Oh, the South Africans. They're still in the stadium watching the match.
Still in.
Lovely this.
Smiling Nadine de Klerk.
I'm sure by the second innings, there'll be a lot of nerves creeping in because I heard them talking about how this might just be that's a pull shot, and that's put away for a boundary. Good on Smriti Mandana. Oh, now this is what I'm talking about. Well done to her. That's 3 boundaries for just Smriti, and Shefali hasn't even started attacking yet. Imagine how big this power play can get. Oh, sorry, you're going to say that?
I was going to say, I don't know if it's going to get big because they get a boundary every over and then it's just dot balls. India need to up their rotation.
Yeah, in the press conference, South Africans were talking about how this might possibly be the very first time in their life Australia, and I don't blame them for this. Yeah. Well, 5 runs of the first 4 balls. Are we going to see a single? Are we going to see a boundary? We see yet another dot ball.
And this is what we've been talking about, right? There is no intent to just drop and run, especially when you know that it is a good ball and you can do that. I know it's easier said than done, but India is either looking for boundaries or nothing. And safe to say the boundaries are not coming fast and quick. It's just not
Yes.
enough.
3 overs, 16 for no loss. That is true. I don't know. I feel like Harman Jemmy do that quite well,
Yeah.
but the openers don't really have the concept of drop and run.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a drive that had nothing in it. There was no feed at all. She just threw her hands at it. The ball was short of good length, so she was completely trusting the pitch. Not a surprise that she missed that.
Completely. Try to also almost drive it a little bit on the up, not particularly gauging the length also too well, it seems.
That's but yeah, I don't know what to make of the first 3 overs.
Yeah. It's also been scratchy. I think this is the most scratchy I can remember in the tournament. Both of them just look a little out of sort. Maybe Shefali in this next over gets a little bit of strike and impetus to get a boundary away. I think with Shefali, it's also a lot of just feeling bat on ball
True,
and
true.
getting that one boundary away that can get her started.
True.
But with Smriti, it's not as if she hasn't middle deliveries, but she's just found the fielder and just not tried to drop and run.
Yeah, I don't think Smriti even thinks of that
Yeah,
option.
she doesn't.
I know in her head, I mean, how do I know? But I would assume, oh, you have Ash
Oh.
Gardner into the attack. Not a surprise.
Interesting.
She will walk in into the power play itself to Shefali.
Oh,
Go
that's a
on then, and
ball.
that's a swing over mid-off for a boundary. That's exactly what Shefali needs to do against Ash. Attack her. You don't need Smriti on strike for this. You just need Shefali and her bat and that swing. We've seen her do this in the last couple of games and do it quite well. Gets underneath the ball
Shot.
and hits that over mid-off. Again, bottom hand completely at it. What does Ash Gardner have to say in reply? Oh, that's well played down. Oh, this is what I don't want.
Yeah, this
I
is
mean,
well
good on
balled
Shefali
yet
though.
again.
A boundary and a single.
Yeah, something that Sunil Gavaskar would be extremely happy with. We already have some analysis, and I think this has around
Her
this
bat
has to do
swing.
around Shefali's bat swing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that shot that she started off with the boundary against Gardner has been one of her most productive shots in this World Cup. Right, she's been happy to sort of open her legs, give room, and then just play it over that cover region or just through the offside even. But this is the matchup that a lot of people have been talking about for years. Gardner to Smriti Mandhana. Let's see how this one goes.
Sabayan, how are you doing, my
Whee!
friend? Oh, Smriti tries to make room for herself. I think that's Sophie who cuts that in covers. I'm not too sure who that was. 83 oh, that is
That is
Sophie.
Holland.
83 kilometers per hour. Pretty quick. They're pretty. I think against India, that's fly. Oh, dude, Ash Gardner, and you can correct me being the off spinner, but I think from what we have seen, all the matches India's covered, including Indian spinners and including Sri Charini, I think she has the best action going around.
Yeah, it just looks beautiful. It looks like butter when the ball comes out of her hand. And you can see it's the kind of action where she gets a lot of revs. There's just a lot of body. Smashes it once again. She's got the full Monty. That's gone for a 6, almost over the cover region. Shefali Verma is at it. Smriti Mandhana might not be having the best time, but Shefali is on it. She's got her second boundary against Gardner. We have 12 runs off the over and a ball to go.
What a fantastic shot. Once again, it's very similar to the first boundary, except there's this full extension this time. Actually, that's not even true. It's just very well timed. She plays the exact same shot, gets underneath. I think she finds a bit more room to get underneath the ball, which is also why she gets that elevation. Aryan says Shefali is in a mood. She always seems to be, and I'm glad she's come back at it. 28 for no loss. And like Praatibh said, 1 ball to go. That's another ball. Again, bottom-handed. For a single, I like this from Shefali. Every time she's hit a boundary so far, she gets a single. Good on her. That's 14. That's a strike rate of 200 already for Shefali. 29 for no loss by the end of 4 overs. Run rate above 6. India would be pleased that by the end of 4 overs, no wickets have fallen. And in the last 2 overs, they would look to capitalize on more.
Yeah, true. I think this over was the impetus that India needed, right? Something we were talking about is dot balls, just a lot of accumulation. We saw none of that in this over, barring just the single dot ball. Not only did we rotate strike, but Shefali, more importantly, she needed just that one boundary to go away. She got that boundary away, and boom, she's got a six in the over as well, which will be great for India. But now, how do they navigate the rest of the power play? 2 overs to go with these field restrictions. There is a good chance for them to capitalize. Now that Shefali is seeing the ball much better, she's also going to be on strike, so that's something to look
True.
forward to.
True. Aryan, that's a very interesting point. Aryan, so he didn't watch the match earlier. It was a belter of a wicket, even though the scorecard doesn't suggest so. But he's asking, and it's on the same pitch, and he's asking if the pitch is getting tired. Elise Perry is introduced into the attack. 178 matches is insane. But well, she is into the attack.
Ooh,
Oh,
starts off really well, right on the money, and her pace is still up 146.
yeah,
Yeah,
after so many injuries and
yeah.
not bowling for a year and everything. What a fantastic shot that was. She gets a bit of length to get underneath it, but still she needs to put it away. And that's exactly what she does. I feel like when a spinner comes on in the power play, just have Shefali on the strike. 80 meters
Yeah.
six. Good lord, that is insane. Well, the pitch does seem to, I mean, it's too early to say. We'll wait for a couple of overs and then figure out if it is getting. For now, the bounce seems to be true. That's a wide. India gets one run. For now, the bounce seems to be true. Everything seems to be true. Good lord. From 2010 to 2017 to 2026. Well, the camera quality has changed a lot looking at
That's for sure.
too many footages for me to
Yeah,
figure anything out.
I was going to make a comparison of washing. Just too many things
Yeah,
happening on
this
screen. Yeah, it always looks like Elise Perry is one that also puts in a lot of effort into her action.
that
Like
is
it
true.
feels like a bit of a struggle to get through it. Ooh, that's well bowled. That is very well bowled. Getting a little out, I think.
Also,
Yeah.
this is Nandkumar says wicket alert. Damn.
Oh
This is
no.
what also happens when you have the wicket keeper up to the stumps, especially with these two batters. For whatever reason, you're very tentative to go on the front foot because you're scared of your back foot going out of the crease. So you stay in the crease. There's no feet movement. You're trying to play with your hands, and that's what Shefali is doing as of now. And I don't think that's a safe bet. Well, you have 4 more balls to go this over, and that's a single down to square leg. I'm glad Shefali gets off strike. Will be interesting to see what Smriti does. Shefali's upside. I like the mood that she's in. I like that she's showing intent.
Yeah.
Smriti talked about intent in the press conference yesterday, and I'm glad that Shefali is showing intent. Well, let's see 2017 to 26. A very side-on bowler. That's all I
I
could pick up.
mean, her follow through is much better. I think her non bowling arm and the head is a lot more stable. It's not falling across as it was in 2017, which also could have been the reason for some of her injuries that she's had.
27.
That's something that she's worked on clearly.
3 balls remaining in this over. Oh, that's a
Ooh.
cutter!
The cutter. Smriti not reading that, it seems, or just not getting enough of it. Was a bit early on that, of course, because
Yeah, very, very early. Smriti looks very rusty today. 15 of 18. I mean, that is a cutter, but that's the maximum pace Renuka Singh Thakur both. 105. That's
my God.
Megan Shoot. Oh, she's been retired for a couple of years. Damn. 152 wickets. She's still high up there. All right, so two balls remaining. Smriti plays a pull shot and hits that behind square for a boundary. Well, she's dealing with boundaries at the moment. It's 19 of 19, a strike rate of 100. She will be thinking about upping the strike rate a little bit, scoring a little more, scoring at a little more rate. I don't know. I
Yeah,
messed up that
Smriti,
sentence.
yeah, like it's 19 of 19. She's got 4 boundaries, just rotated strike thrice, and the remain have been dot balls. So that's already 2 overs worth of dot balls that Smriti's played, which is not at all good. It's something that we've done multiple videos on. We've spoken about it.
That's
Once
another pull shot,
again,
but straight to.
unfortunately, finds the fielder not getting it fine enough. And still a decent over for India getting 7 off. I don't know if they'll be too happy with the kind of deliveries, especially that India got. I
That's
think
true.
Australia have gotten away.
Yeah. Aryan says amazing commentator skills. Got a 4 right when you said she looks rusty. Well, then I'll keep criticizing her if she's going to get runs if we criticize her. 36 for no loss by the end of 5 overs. I would hope we get 14 runs in the next. 50 by the end of the power play, 50 for no loss. India look in a good position. Hopefully. Oh, yeah.
Change in comms.
Oh, that's also change in comps. We have forgotten. We'll come back in 30 seconds. We're back, lads. We're back with Akshay. If you don't follow Women's Cricket Central, go down to our description. Subscribe. Kim Gard starts with a short ball and Sana takes a single. What have you made of the match so far? The first 5 overs.
Very happy to see Shefali attack Ash the way she did. That was
An
going to
Indian
be
fan today. Surprise,
yeah,
surprise.
an Indian fan, a Team India fan to be more precise. I don't want to sort of go overboard and call my Indian fan. I really am playing, to the trope of being an anti-national. Guys, jokes apart, of course. I am very much a Team India fan tonight. And like I said, very happy to see Shefali take on Ash the way she did, especially because we know the kind of matchup, Smriti has versus her. And importantly, Shefali's numbers versus Ash. Yeah, phenomenal. They're excellent any which way. So, yeah, good on her. And importantly, that's also meant that they've already moved past Ash and they've gone to Kim Garth now. You would want to believe that it had something to do with the way Shefali took on Ash. But yeah, what have you made so far? Happy with the start? 37 for no loss, 32 balls in.
Yeah, so if I were to objectively look at it, sure, yeah, no wickets have fallen. But I just think India have lost in the sense that they haven't put away all the bad balls that's come your way, and you don't get a lot of bad balls against Australia. They have struggled against the left-right combination, sort of down the leg deliveries, which haven't gone away for boundaries. And with Smriti, she's got 4 boundaries already in this innings, but when you look at her strike rate, it's not all that impressive. Strike rate of 100. She's struggled rotating strike, but apart from that, sure, could be happy.
Mar in the gap, and that's another boundary.
What a fantastic boundary. Opens the face of the bat very, very late through third man for a 4. I was just going to say that Shefali looks like she's in a mood. Even when she took a single down to square, like she was angry that she didn't put it away. And that's what I like.
Yeah, I like shots like these in particular because this means that Shefali knows she has that awareness of, where the fielders are and everything. She's not just trying to look to bludgeon the ball, which is what she's known for. But I agree with you about Smriti in the sense that you would want her to put away the bad deliveries. But 21 of 21 is a very Smriti-esque start that way, especially against a side like Australia. And a said Smriti is definitely worth a weight in gold for Team India. So they wouldn't be minding her, starting off slow as long as she's still there. Pick the slow ball. I want to say Shefali waited for the ball to come to her. Another thing you mentioned about, the Australian pacers being wayward. That's actually something I've observed for the last 3-4 years. Something that actually Jeet brought up even during our preview.
That is true.
So they do tend to be very wayward, and it's very surprising because they're easily the most wayward pace bowling attack when it comes to left hand, right hand batting combinations, and they tend to struggle to adjust their lines. Something we've seen already, and something we can expect to see going forward as well in the middle overs. Should Yastika, extend her stay? I don't think it's a boundary, is it? They have a deep mid and a deep square. Bowl to her field. Last ball of the power play. Let's hope there's a boundary in store for India and Shefali, but. All in all, not too bad. Nonetheless, 63 for no loss, 5.5. You would take a wicketless power play, assuming that a wicket doesn't.
Oh, yeah,
fall
100%.
here.
Even if this is a dot ball 43 by the end of 6 overs, is something we would take as an Indian fan. Because you want wickets in hand, especially in the middle, especially because of how the middle order has gone about this tournament. But yeah, it's very interesting, no? Like the Australian fast bowlers, you're always scared of them, but you have a left-hand combination. They somehow turn to look very.
That is true. But what have you made of the surface as well so far?
The surface, I think, looks very, very true. The fact that both Shefali and Smriti both have played on the up. The bounce looks to be true. Doesn't seem like a two-paced wicket. Seems to be coming onto the bat quite well. Ash didn't get a lot of spin, but I don't think Shefali allowed.
Important question though. Power play has ended. We've not lost the wicket. And should we lose a wicket now? Number 3. Once again, the conundrum arises. Yeah, because this is a solid bowling attack. This is not Pakistan or Netherlands where you can chance a Yastika Bhatia and you can still live with her scoring 8 of 12 or 12 of 14. So would you still stick to Yastika at number 3? Let's say if we lose a wicket in the 8th and 9th over.
Even if you lose a wicket in the first ball of the next over, I would send Jemmy in. The middle overs, Jemmy's the master of it. She's been the best in the last couple of years. She's been a bit out of form, but she was the one able to up the strike rate last match. Ease off the tension a little bit. So yeah, I would send her 100%. This is the problem, right? Because if you now send Jemmy, where do you send Yastika? Like that's the whole. Then you have to send her later, and I don't know. Her inclusion in itself doesn't make sense to me. But
sporting destination, by the way, if that start is true, that's fantastic. Since 2020, it's only the first time that Australia hasn't taken a wicket in the power play. That's mind-boggling.
That's insane if that's true. Good lord, they should hire me for those IPL cringe puns on the big screen. Says
who?
Says Aryan.
Oh, okay. Why? What pun did he?
He said short file.
Oh, Yeah, sure. Fair enough. Par for course. Hope we get to see the MI version of Herman today, says Deeksha. But for that, we also need to have the MI version of their batting lineup here, which we
Yes.
don't. Yasika is the only MI batter we have.
I mean, if Harman walks into bat at ninth over, not that you want her to, but let's just say she does, then you might just.
Fair.
She can take her time and then strike at 155 and
She
everything.
can. She will.
Oh, hopefully.
No, she will take her time.
Ah, well, that.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought
that-
the striking
yeah, no,
155
no.
bit. Oh. No, she will. Yeah, she will take her time 100%.
Yeah. It
But-
doesn't matter where she's coming and what the situation, she will take her time. But I actually also want to see what Australia do here post power play, because they are scrambling for wickets and they definitely now going to be slightly under pressure, because if, like Sporting Destination mentioned, this is the first time they are in a situation like this. They would be eager to get a wicket or two over here. So Annabelle Sutherland once again is a name to watch out for, simply because of the surface,
True.
her slow bounce, her ability to also get the ball to jack in and sometimes even away from the right hander, in this case even the left hander. That would definitely come in hand. Nicola Carey is not someone they should go to. I really hope they don't, because I don't think, like, she's someone who can only extract lateral movement. She's not
And
someone.
she hasn't bowled much, has she?
Not
Yeah.
much. I'm not a very big fan of Nicola Carey, the pacer. One unpopular opinion. That's what it is.
Sporting Destination, by the way, predicted 43 for 1 by the end of 6. And we have 43 for no loss. So, if anything, you are spot on apart from
Close
that
by no
wicket.
cigar.
For MI, Natsiva Brunt will attack and Harman finishes it. Yeah, true. But we have Shifali. But not
Yeah,
that.
Wolfie into the attack here. Georgia Wareham.
Oh.
The wrist spin of hers, and Sophie Molyneux is yet to bowl. I'm surprised she's not brought herself in.
Yeah.
I don't think it has anything to do with Smriti being there.
Absolutely not.
Was it someone?
I-
These just look like generic.
People.
Indian origin folks outside India. That's it. So
I have
Alright.
zero idea. The last time Smriti faced Australia, by the way, she scored 82, is what I want to say, in the third game.
T20,
Yeah,
yeah.
the third T20 in Australia. So, and she was, I don't know if she was probably out, but yeah, she had a 50 last time she faced Australia. So, good, an opposition she likes to score against, but under pressure in a game that might possibly take a place out of the World Cup. Yeah, there's a lot of things at stake.
Mar.
Oh, that's
Short
short
wide gap. Well played, Smriti. Well played. Lovely. Just nudges it past point and gets herself a beautiful boundary.
A very well timed boundary. I was again going to criticize, saying, come on, that's a bad ball. You have to put it. And she does put it away behind point in front of backward. They're interesting. They have a point. Oh, they have a cover
No,
point
cover
and a
point
yeah,
and
they have
point,
a backward.
yeah.
Placed extremely well. Just simply timed it, to be honest. Played it very, very late. Opened the face of the bat in the end for a bounce. This is how you start right after the power play.
Mar,
That's a full toss.
Not in the gap.
my,
Come
see
on. Come
This is what I'm
on.
talking about.
Just put that away. She could have literally put it away. Anyway, she just a lap and she would have gotten herself a boundary. There's no one behind square on the leg side. So,
I got it.
yeah, again, another hit me delivery that's not been hit. And Wolfie will be thanking her stars. I don't think Shefali will be that generous, though. She'll be as merciful as they come. So, I hope, she also gets a full toss.
You know, especially as a left-hander, if a wrist spinner is bowling a full toss, you gotta put that away. Like that's a cake in front of you without any
Ooh,
consequences.
Interesting field. So anything that's outside the off stump, yeah,
Oh, that's-
exactly.
that's-
It had to
that's-
be
yeah,
straighter
that's
lines.
exactly
Anything
what-
outside the off stump, and Shefali would have really taken her to the cleaner. So smart. They are clear. So basically, for those who don't know what the field setting is, they've got a long on, a long off, a deep mid, and a deep square, and they've got three fielders, on the offside ring, which is point, cover point, and cover. So Georgia Wareham cannot err on the offside, because anything that's wide outside the off stump, and Shefali can just either guide it past cover point for a boundary or just try and hit it over the inner circle there. So it is. She has to bowl straighter lines, which is what she's done so far.
Interestingly, don't you think it's it's straight to long on
Yeah.
for a single. Interestingly, it's a very unconventional field for a wrist spinner to a right-hander, because they expect her to play against the turn, which is not what you would expect. More than anything, you expect the wrist spinner to be very, very consistent in terms of a line, which Wareham is. Again, very unconventional.
I think it's also got to do with the dimensions. I think that is the longer side of the boundary, and also Shefali is someone who tends to attack the leg side. So they're basically, the idea is to bait her, we've seen Shafali time and time again hold it down to long on or deep mid wicket. So they were just trying to bait her and say, yeah, you know what? Are you good at your slog sweeps? Go for it. Are you good at your sort of, conventional slogs down long on? Go for it and get yourself a 6 if you can, or else just get out.
Yeah, that's completely fine. I agree with that. But again, like the problem is you got a boundary this over, you got only two singles.
Yeah.
So in the end, it's only a 6-run over, which I don't think the Australians are complaining about. To be honest, if I was the Australian team, I wouldn't be worried that I don't have a wicket yet because the Indian team haven't looked like they're getting away with it. Smriti is still trying to find her feet. She does get that odd boundary, but she's struggling to rotate strike. Shifali is a threat, but she's always been a threat. She's very volatile in that sense that she can also get out and at any.
See, as much as I agree with you that India so far haven't run away with the game, Smriti is someone who tends to switch
Correct,
gears seamlessly and very quickly. So they would not want to just let her, keep at it. Once she goes past the 30 ball mark, you would want to believe that she will start going for her shots, if not earlier. And we see, of course, Belsi and Bill Sutherland into the attack.
A very interesting field, deep square leg, deep fine leg, and a long on. So she doesn't have a mid wicket, and I think they have a deep third man. I've missed.
Sorry, what are the 4 fielders outside?
Deep square leg, deep fine leg, and a long on.
Okay, just 3 out.
And I think they have a deep third man. I missed out on the fourth.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, shortish is what exactly. I was also thinking. So shortish is what you would want to bowl because she's got only one boundary rider in front of square. So once again, can't risk bowling full because we know that Shafali will happily take that opportunity to just clear the inner field. So what, just long gone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, it'll be short of good length, short ball, trying to make Shafali play the pull shot. I mean, she got out to a short ball against South Africa. Shabnim
full and straight on the pads. That's the only line where
true.
she can bowl full. Because, it means Shafali can only sort of take it.
I like this from Shafali. I like the fact that she wanted to not just single. It wasn't a single, but I like it. I like the fact that she wanted to go for it. Yeah, I don't think the batter in the other end is trying to go for it. And I know I'm being a bit critical, but you gotta be a bit critical.
Yeah.
Look at the strike
To be
rate.
honest, Shafali's also slowed down. 21 of 18. Like,
True.
yeah. So both have to now sort of
Oh, they completely
get a
changed the field.
move on.
Deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on.
Deep square, deep.
And a
Oh,
deep
that means
third.
she wanted. I guess because she bowled. Oh, no, the second one wasn't a short ball. But because she was already done with one for the over and had only one more left. Yeah, fair enough. Meanwhile, what do you think is a good score here? Because that's what I want to say. Diksha 296 for us.
Yeah, there was a bit of conversation from Mr. Cool Dhoni. I think it was earlier on. He asked.
Vanakkam.
Oh, Dhoni. I think so. The highest target that Australia has chased, according to Nandakumar, is 180. Would like to believe that if India get around 190, it'll be a good target.
I say so 200 is also a very good score.
Yeah, I mean India can get 190 from here. We still have 10 wickets in hand. Score 140 runs in the next 13. Okay, yeah, that's.
130 in 12 overs. I mean, even if we had 12
Okay, I'd
wickets
say
in hand.
realistically, I think from here on, India might just get 165, 170, and I don't know if that'll be enough.
160, 170 is a realistically optimistic scenario. A realistically real scenario for me is 140, 150.
Oh,
I'm
really?
not
I
even
think
kidding.
India will get around 160.
Because India will send Yasika at 3. And
Oh, you
Yasika
think?
will. Yeah, India will send Yasika.
I-
If they don't, then I will
Oh,
Yeah.
that's didn't rise all
Yeah.
that much, but I think it's a slow ball bouncer. Oh my
Abey,
god.
try to karo, yaar. I'm not saying run to bed. At least just show some intent.
Yeah. Hey, we have asked that Starlight. I don't know what it is with the username. It just makes me happy. This Indian team needs to find their Rohit Sharma, someone who can transform the intent and lead from the front by taking on the bowlers in the power play. Well, if Shefali does that. I mean, if you're talking about leadership, then that's a whole other conversation.
Like,
Oh, Shefali steps down. Annabelle
Single.
Sutherland pitch is a bit short. Hopefully, you get 2 runs for this.
absolutely.
I mean, also to be fair, the square boundaries are pretty short.
Irrespective. See, my point isn't that they aren't running towards. They're not even showing
Yeah.
the intent. If you're just going to jog your single, you're not even putting the fielders under pressure.
That is true. That
Just put them under pressure. They might crumble. Who knows?
that's true. I think that's a very underrated thing to think about. And if for people you don't know what Akshay is talking about, it's the fact that if you
One
show the
again.
intent to run 2, the fielder feels like they want to attack, and if they attack, the chances of them misfielding is a little higher, which is when you can sneak the other in. So
I
showing
mean, we've seen like the likes of Kohli sometimes err when it comes to fielding. Fielding on the outfield.
we saw Marzan Cap, who's a fantastic fielder. Do
That's
that.
true. Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Akshay. Oh, Diksha. So,
Wow.
no, there was an Akshay in the chat before, and I
You know, funny, sorry, since you mentioned this, my mom, had I been a girl, she planned on naming me the. So,
well,
sisters.
there you go, Diksha.
Yeah.
They haven't been too adamant about Yastia 3, irrespective of the situation. Jemmy surely is what.
Fingers crossed being the operative emoji there. So let's hope Diksha, because
This
I'm
is-
also on your side.
It's such a random stat, but Mandana has scored over 450 runs with the pull shot, the most for any batter since 2020
Where's this?
T20 National. It wasn't the broad.
Oh, okay.
Got a screenshot. That's
Most runs off the
pull shot,
Oh,
430
interesting.
runs and more. Most runs for. Oh, we have Ash Gardner back against Smriti. Now, this will be interesting because I
Are you
would
wearing a kurta?
possibly. I would want to see Smriti attack, but I think she's going to go for a boundary. Pradeep says Tuk Tuk batting, Australia will be. Oh!
Lovely shot, yaar.
Oh,
Of course,
wow.
it's a single. मतलब, अबे ये तो दो भाग. See, Shifari is already thinking about taking her guard. It's not like, मतलब, कोशिश तो छोड़ो. It's like the thought hasn't even occurred to their mind that, you know, a 2 can be run. This genuinely was a 2. This wasn't even about putting her under pressure. This was genuinely a 2. Had this been a Kohli, वो तो तीसरे के लिए भी भागने की कोशिश करता.
I mean, had this been Jemmy and Shefali. Okay, I don't know.
Jemmy and Harman.
yeah.
Man!
Oh my
Oh,
god, that
too
missed
full.
everything. You know what I was shocked by? For starters, in the last ball, I thought that was a bloody good. She
Yeah.
stepped out. I was
That was a
surprised by
lovely
that.
shot.
But to only get 1 run of that ball, ask us Starlight. Why they aren't taking 2 runs? Well, we'll never know.
Oh, I don't know. It felt like it dipped a bit towards the end. Mar!
She steps
Again,
out,
too
reaches
full.
the pitch of the ball, straight to covers. That's a single chance of a run out. That's not a run out. They don't even take a single.
Abbe.
Yeah. I thought a lot. This is why we need to be in the stadium to actually call things right.
Yeah, send us to the stadium, folk. Come on.
Today I'm waiting ODI batting in T20. Rudeep, you have been raged, and I can see that in the chat.
Yeah, there's the length she wanted. This wasn't full enough. And she manages to clear the field at cow corner to get a 6. A brilliant shot this. First 6 in the middle overs face, second 6 of the night, and second 6 for Shefali Verma. Well played, Ladis.
Really well played. This, I mean, she got everything behind the ball. A very good sweep shot. Picked up the length pretty quickly and played a slog sweep. There was no intention to play that along the ground. 74-meter 6. Both her sixes have been huge. 80 and 74. She has all the power in that bottom hand to get that over for a boundary. What a fantastic shot. Makes
full
makes
in the
room for herself.
gap. Lovely.
In the gap between covers and I want to say
Nice.
covers and extra covers for
Yeah.
yet another boundary. There's been a
oh,
collision.
oh,
There's been a collision, but everything seems to be okay.
भागते तो है नहीं उस पे कोलिशन अलग क्या है यार सिंगल तो होता नहीं है तुमसे यहाँ पे like how can you collide having hit a boundary like bizarre like both of them have look at them just look at them oh my goodness
Well. We have
Oh.
10 runs off the 2 balls. Oh, we have 11 runs off the 5 deliveries of Ash Gardner. She hasn't particularly bowled well this World Cup.
to be honest mar oh that length was there had she just stayed her ground she could have gone for another slog sweep
Or maybe Ash bowled it because she saw Shefali.
could be that also is there one thing I'll say to be honest I don't think Ash has bowled too badly. These 2 overs, I know
Yeah.
the figures reflect 25 for no loss in 2 overs, but I don't think she's bowled too badly. But good on Shefali to capitalize on anything even slightly off
True.
what she has to bowl, and she's gone for it because it was clear Ash Gardner was just trying to bowl very full and not give her any elevation to get underneath. I mean, yeah, not give her any room to get underneath. The one time she got that room, she managed to hit a 6. The other time she got some room on the offside, she managed to clear extra cover and cover. So well done, Shefali. It's just a great shot.
Yeah, the boundary I think was a more impressive shot for me personally
Yeah,
because she had to get a lot of things right. She made room by going down leg. She had to open the face of the bat. She had to adjust the line and length because if she missed that delivery, that would have probably been bowled. So for her to open the face of the bat while playing the shot between covers and extra cover, extraordinary stuff. Partnership of 66
Finally,
of 56.
we see the skipper.
Oh,
Sophie Molyneux. I want to see Sophie versus Shefali because Shefali's slog sweep. So Sophie is someone who's smart enough to
True.
sort of, bring that leg side into play. And I want to say the leg side is once again the...
and takes the ball away.
Oh, she goes!
Ah.
First up, once again, Sophie Molyneux. Wow. Again, the shot was on. The ball was there to be hit. I don't know if it was bounce or if it was dip. I don't...
Pretty quick too, 80 kilometers. I mean, it's not.
Quick. I don't know. Again, where was she beaten? Was she beaten in the air? Was she beaten off the surface with the bounce? Oh,
I just think she was too far to play
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shot. Just
too eager to just
Yeah.
clear the infield and get that boundary for herself. The intent was right. The shot was also on, like we said earlier, but unfortunately, she completely misses the ball. And of course, you miss I had kind of stuff from Sophie Molyneux. She just targeted the stumps. She managed to hit the off pole, and off goes Shafali Verma for a brilliantly scored 34 of 26. Who is at number 3? That is the $1,000,000 question right
it
now.
is. I'm so worried at this point. To be fair, I mean, it's not to be fair. I think the Indian tank might just think a left arm spinner. Why not send a left-handed batter? I don't think the thought process is right. But if it is that, then I wouldn't be surprising Yastka.
Aryan says Gem. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, maybe, hopefully.
I mean, I don't know if it's a prediction or if it's just
Hope.
yeah, exactly. Or is he stating what's actually happening there? Because we right now are seeing a Parle G ad. I don't know the last time I ate Parle G.
Yeah, same with that. I do
And
like Parle-Ji.
I
Parle-Ji
used
dipped
to,
in
but
milk.
अभी health के चक्कर में नहीं.
Well, तो है ही नहीं.
जिनके पास नहीं है वो खा सकते हैं because it's 5 rupees. Anyways, Jemmy Walking says Nand
Oh,
Kumar and
lovely
it is
stuff. Yeah,
Jemima.
Jemmy on strike. Just feels frustrating to watch Smriti bat. Yeah,
Arey, she's okay.
blame you. I mean, I am frustrated. 30 of 29 for me just isn't good.
But
enough.
last couple of overs, I think I've at least seen intent.
yeah.
That is more important. Like I said, the execution.
Whoa!
Oh my word! That was such a risky shot. I guess no
But
one on the leg side behind square. Yeah, someone's running in from.
Is that the
deep
first
square.
double of the innings? Yeah, I think that's the first double of the innings. And of course, you have that when Smriti, she bowls a bit quicker to 86, but she also bowled it a
Full
bit.
is
Yeah,
well.
she
Again, I don't know if she bowled full because she saw
Yeah.
Jemmy shuffling because she shuffled or anticipated or premeditated rather very quickly, very early.
Anushka Singh in the chat. Good to see you in the chat. I don't think
Yes.
you were there last game. It's nice to
Oh,
see
okay.
familiar names and faces.
Righty.
Oh,
lovely
what a
ball,
shot by
lovely
Jemmy! Inside out, stays in the crease, waits for the ball to come to her, hits that over, covers for a boundary. Intent from the get-go, and this is what we want to see. 6 of 2 deliveries. What a fantastic boundary from Jemmy.
Beautiful shot because before that I said beautiful ball. I don't think it was a bad ball. She looped it up. She flighted this. I want to see the speed gun. I want to see this was in the early 70s. She was trying to bait Jemmy. She was trying to suck her into the drive and probably hit it straight to a catch and cover that was placed there specifically for this ball. But yeah, well done on Jemmy. Waited for the ball to come to and creamed it through. The cover, extra cover.
Lovely.
For a
See,
boundary.
this is good. This is good cricket. Hit a boundary, get a single. You get 7 runs off the over already without taking a lot of risks. He lost the shape completely.
Yeah,
a lot of weight going towards the leg side.
She had just made up her mind ki she wants to smash
Yeah.
the living daylights out of this ball, and unfortunately, she just got thin hair. Thin hair. Oof. Thin hair.
All right, what is Smriti going to do? We've got 7 runs off the over, 2
She's not
deliveries to
faced a
go.
lot of deliveries, to be honest. Like she's not faced a single delivery in the last 10 in the last 10 balls. So it's okay. If she nudges a single, I'm fine.
Oh yeah, I just want a single. That's
yeah.
all I want from every batter. At this point, minimum a single. But
Yeah, from here they should realistically aim for 180. Who's
Matthew Hayes.
okay? No, that's Sanjo Gupta next to Matthew.
Oh,
Hayden,
right.
ICC CEO.
Hayden's a big dude.
Yeah. Who's the lead? I'm assuming some Emirates.
I don't know the left or the right, to be honest.
Sanjo Gupta is a former head of Jio Hotstar, now moved to ICC. So yeah.
Fair. Oh, plays a cut shot. Oh,
again.
very well fielded there
Ash
by.
Gardner or Phoebe Litchfield.
I was going to say, oh, none of them.
No, wait. Oh, was it Wall or was it okay?
I think-
Wall.
yeah,
Yeah, Wall.
And that's the end of 10 overs. It's 74 for 1. We have a change in comms. We'll see you after short break.
Alrighty, we're back on. We've got Praatibh joining us. 74 for 1 at the end of 10 overs. What have you made?
Little more intent, definitely. Smriti's not got enough of this strike off late, so maybe now we'll start seeing an acceleration from her or a building of a partnership as Sutherland comes back into the attack.
Oh, bad, I guess. Bad. Surely bad. Yeah. Or it's close. Okay, the Aussies are very interested in reviewing this. Slightly back of a lane delivery, pitch somewhere middle and leg, and it was going across, but I feel it was,
Height? To be fair, I
Height
thought
also
it might
was
have
a bit
been
of an
little
issue,
height also.
exactly.
They've taken the review. Sophie Molyneux's gone
Alright.
for it. This could be a crucial moment in the game.
I genuinely thought it was bad there based on the way ball sort of just
Right.
based on the
Ricochet of
trajectory of the ball.
something.
Let's see what's happened here. Either ways, I don't think it's hitting though. I think it's at best umpire's call because I did feel I was always going to go above the stumps. Right, let's see what's happened here. Okay, bat definitely is not there.
Oh, there is no
Oh,
bat.
this is actually closer than we thought. It's hit her
Right.
lower than I thought. Okay, this could be out. I think this is out.
I think this might still be umpire's call.
No,
Let's see.
Oh, pitching outside leg.
Oh,
Wow,
lovely.
thank
Awesome.
God.
Oh, that's something we didn't even account.
I thought it was leg stump pitching, leg, middle, and leg. Okay, it's
Hmm.
pitching outside leg. Well done, Nimali Pereira. Proud of
Survives. Smriti survives and she's back to a strike rate of 100. I think after the kind of innings Smriti's played so far, she really has to make sure that she encashes what she's done, all of her efforts up until now, and goes on to play a really big knock. Otherwise, this is going to go in absolute vain from an Indian standpoint.
you. 100%. I hope she channelizes her fellow Maharashtrian Babu Rao Ganpatrao Apte's attitude. Mar khopdi tod saale ka.
Steps out.
Khopdi. Oh,
Oh,
man.
that's
Again,
well
who's that
fielded at
point?
point.
Phoebe.
That has to be Litchfield.
Ya Allah.
Just too quick, man.
Happy
across
again
the-
once again. I know the runs haven't come in yet, but the intent is on. I'm happy to see that Smriti is going for her shots. Just give it some time once she gets. And what's also not helped is, like I said earlier, she was starved off the strike. You know, the last few deliveries before Shifali got her, it was just Shifali taking on Gardner. And then later it was Jemmy taking on Molyneux. So she's not had a lot of strike. So just give her a couple of deliveries. I'm pretty sure she'll be back on track.
That is the hope, and that's what you'd want to see, especially after the kind of 32 of 32 that she has got. Jemmy on strike for now.
Wide it
Oh, that
is.
is a
Lovely,
wide.
lovely. Again, this is where the left hand, right hand combination will work in India's favor. Something we spoke about earlier. We see the likes of Sonelis, Laura Wolfart, Anneri Dirksen, Nadine de Klerk, where they're watching the game keenly and hoping that Team India let's go of this game because that would ensure that South Africa go through. Should India win, of course, that means India go through to the semi-finals, where in all likelihood they'll take on England, who are undefeated yet in this campaign.
He steps out. Once again, tucks it towards the leg side. They're pushing for a couple. They're not going to get it. But at least this is the thing that you get to see with Jemmy. You get to see intent right from the get-go. There is an effort to always look for that second run. And this, just a little bit of an analysis from broadcast on what Smriti's been doing, batting inside.
Yeah, the
box,
footwork
this-
bit especially.
yeah.
And I've always told this, I'm not a big fan of Smriti when it comes to aesthetics or the
Right.
aesthetic side of it. I don't think she's the most conventionally
Elegant.
good looking batter. Like she's not. Oh, slow one does not pick it. Smriti's gone through with his shot, completely lost her shape. And yeah, ball goes through to the keeper. But again, once again, I'll keep saying this. Happy with the intent. The shots are coming. The runs will come to. Just give her some time. As long as, of course, she doesn't get out. I just hope she herself realizes this. Don't lose your shape. Wait for the ball to come to you. Yeah, just wait. Just wait. Once again, slow one, well disguised. Slow one, back of the hand, slow one from
Back of the
Anil
hand.
Sutherland.
Yeah, Sutherland comes with two variations, the back of the hand slow one and the off cutter. And what's surprising is
Slow
the
one
change of pace.
again. I
Ooh,
know.
that's a
Barely past mid off. And a much needed boundary this for Smriti Mandhana. And a welcome boundary this for Smriti Mandhana. I hope this definitely breaks the shackles for her because she was eager to get a boundary. And once again, a slow one. I want to say this was a cutter.
Yeah.
Smriti picked it, waited for the ball to come to her, and smashes this past her. Diving. I want to say, who is it?
That is an off cutter.
I thought that was Elise Perry. Was it? Or no, not
No,
Elise Perry for
it's-
sure.
Possibly.
No, Perry
I don't know.
doesn't wear full
Yeah,
sleeves, so not
yeah,
Elise.
not Perry. Not Perry, yeah.
Georgia Wall, maybe. I don't know.
Possibly. But yeah, I'm hoping this is finally the boundary that Smriti needs to just get a move on because it's been long enough. And it also looks like she is now trying harder. Once again, the keeper has come up to the
smart
stumps.
move. Smart move. Smriti
yeah.
has been trying to come down the track and use the crease to her advantage. This won't allow her to do that.
Off cutter yet again. tucks it into the leg side for what I want to say is just a single.
Yes, it is. And I think that was Georgia wall, so definitely it wasn't Georgia wall at mid-off. However, it was decent attempt, but couldn't boundary. 82 for 1 at the end of 11 overs. And yeah, so far so good from Smriti. And I'm hoping it's Molyneux from the other end because Smriti only faced one delivery of I want her to take Molyneux now.
Yeah.
Take on Molyneux now, beg your pardon. I wish I knew which end is which, man. Like which is
Knowing
the
which is the shorter side,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. It's hard to decipher. If Mr. Aswin Anil could just confirm
Let
that
us
for
know.
us off air.
If there is
Which
any
end is the
end.
shorter side right now? Which is
Also, you can even let us know in the chat if
yeah.
there's
If you
anything
guys know,
interesting on
please do let us
comms,
know. Exactly.
which I assume you're not listening
I did
to.
see Miss Anjum Chopra on com. I'm wrong. Watch along.
Fair enough.
Is this like supposed to be related to the Women's World Cup? Like
I don't.
they just have every country,
They just know that it's cricket and it's a
Different
World Cup,
countries.
so just like
but
have
at least
jerseys.
have women. Like why have
Exactly.
men? That's the barest of bare minimums we are asking for. Anywho, it's Georgia Wareham back into the attack.
Interesting change. So I did not think they'd take Molyneux off the attack, especially
Yeah.
after her getting that wicket, which means maybe there is just some hesitation for Molyneux to ball to Smriti.
Oh, well
That's well
bowled.
bowled.
Well bowled. Prithvi had
Putting that
decided
up.
that she was going to either attempt a sweep or a slog sweep, shuffled on the offside to try and target the leg side region. And Wareham follows her, bowls it wide outside the off stump. All Smriti can do is just tap it to
Does
cover.
it again and still
That was
outside
a
off.
wide, bro.
Maybe
Chhod
she
de
should
na.
have
That
left
was
it.
a wide.
Smriti still not getting the move on. Now,
Well done.
It's
Once
good
again, throws it
adjustment from
wide.
Wareham,
Yeah,
yeah.
wide outside. By the way, I'll have to say, Georgia Wareham is someone I get very impressed by because it's not easy for a wrist spinner to have the kind of control that she
Control
has
that
over
she does.
both line and length. She's also one of their designated death overs bowlers, and she throws those yorkers and also at ease. Once again, not easy for a wrist spinner, but she somehow manages to do it
and
consistently.
even the confidence of Molyneux in giving the sort of feel that she did to Wareham in that first over because she had to be on the money in
Correct,
that middle and
correct.
leg stump line.
Nice action. I do like that too. Maar. Ooh.
Versus that well, there's good intent.
Oh!
That's the
Smriti,
end
oh
of
my
Smriti.
goodness, what have you done? What have you done? A run out was always going to happen, and Smriti has successfully run herself out after so many failed attempts. I don't know what was even there. What was she even trying to do there? For those who weren't able to see the ball, Jemmy attempted a reverse swept it straight to the field at short third, which was Sophie Molyneux, and Smriti was just running, just wandering down the greens. Jemmy was like, "You didn't call, I didn't hear the call, I didn't call," and she was caught ball watching, and that's the end of it.
Wow. What a disappointing end to what has been one of the most weird, confusing innings that we've seen from Smriti in recent times. It was neither here nor there. She'd done all the hard work. She'd taken all of the deliveries, 38 of 37, and then to get out in this fashion is just, as an Indian fan, what do you even say? It's just really sad. And yeah, and it's also going to play on Jemmy's mind now. It's just something
Yeah.
you have to account for. This is just extremely sad and at the worst possible time for the Indian team.
It's the timing. It's the timing that'll hurt them the most because Smriti
Yeah.
just started looking in good touch. 38 of 37. And unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Anywho, let's take comments. But
Chat. SA hate watching live. Would be nice to disappoint the teams. Two teams today. Barbecued.
Has to be Harmanpreet Kaur.
Yeah,
It
so
is
Harman
Harmanpreet
padded up.
Kaur.
Harman comes in. Oh, Jemmy's
Jemmy,
played that
yeah.
well into the
Nice
gap.
drive.
Two covers.
Slowed it down by him. There's 79.8 clicks that ball.
I think the only respite I'm going to take is in the fact that I didn't see Yastika anywhere near the dugout. So I know she's not coming out for a while to bat.
Look at
Ah.
that. Jemmy never called. Why was Smriti going for that run? After having not run a single cheeky single all match, why would you just run randomly?
Call ही नहीं
Call
किया.
ही
That's
नहीं, yeah,
exactly what
exactly.
Jemmy is saying. Firstly, she couldn't hear the call.
Yeah, and
Neither
I
has
guess
she
Smriti
made a
knows.
call.
Smriti
Yeah,
knows that
Smriti
she
knows.
effed up there. She
Yeah.
acknowledges that this was her fault. Good on Smriti in some sense. I mean, it's not easy, especially in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
You really are pissed.
We chance to...
Oh, no.
Oh, that was a bum ball. But that was another one that bit the dust.
Oh man, that wicket really pegs India back by at least 20 runs, to be honest. Because
100%.
Harman here is going to take her own sweet time, which means these 5 overs, I don't see more than 30 runs. Oh my
That is an
word.
absolute circus. The more I watch it, it just gets worse and worse.
Hamilton over
And it's
there.
Hamilton who had really good presence of mind there to
Yeah,
throw it to
yeah.
the right end in these kind of situations. Very easy to mess it up. But yeah, India definitely back 20 runs. Fan seems to be happy with it.
Ooh, slows this on once again. 77 clicks that. Oh,
Velam's
lovely
done
ball.
that multiple times in this over too.
Yep. Well done, well done. Just the 3 runs of that over, including the important wicket of Smriti Mandana. A big over this. In the context of the game, 85 for 2 at the end of 12 overs. Yeah, I thought they would go up to 180. Now I'm recalibrating it and I'm getting it down to 160.
180, even 160 from here. I would hope India is able to make that much because otherwise there's no match out of this at all. If India are not able to get any runs on the board, it's just going to be a struggle. Now, Harman again is someone who will take a little bit of time to get into the innings. So 85 for 2 at the end of 12.
Anyway, let's take some. Oh, I was about to say comments. Comments. It is Yo guys says Mannath. Hello there. What was that miscommunication? It was not done. Yeah, that is
Not at
true.
all.
Unfortunate. That dismissed definitely. And Techie on the pitch says, I want to be positive, but I'm not being able to. We all feel you there. Sachin, meanwhile, asks us an interesting question. An ideal score from here to defend, given our bowling and their batting form. In other news, Ireland end with 154 and Prince gets his heave. Thanks for the update there, Sachin. Well done on you. Yeah, what do you think would be a score that you would say entering the second innings?
India needs to get at least 160. The projected says 157 right now, and if they can't even get to that, there's just no chance. That's a beautiful shot,
yaar,
of
but
Harman.
this is
Just a single, but that was a fluent square drive.
But no, are you saying if India score 160,
Yeah.
it's start of the second inning?
Yeah, I would say it's 50.
Ooh.
Just something about something about the occasion tells me that if India are able to from here on also get to 160, they're essentially going to get what 70 odd runs in the next 8 overs. Which
74 of 7.5.
yeah, they'll have to do well, and I'm assuming they're going into that innings with a little bit of momentum.
See, one thing I'll say, I wasn't happy with the toss itself. In fact, it's something I'd not speak about then. Oh,
Wait,
slow
that is a
one,
slow ball
chips it
chip.
uppishly.
Okay.
Barely clears. So, I mean, Annabelle Sutherland and mid-on. Oof, that was a
That-
bit of a leaning edge. That
And that
definitely
is
not
a-
fully in control.
And that is a proper plan because if deep fielders are on the square boundaries, there's nobody straight. Jamie looking to chip it over mid-on. She's not picked up the slow one too well, and she's just hit it up into the air. She's lucky she hasn't found Perry there.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. In fact, yeah, the reason why I was upset about the toss was because I truly believe India's batting is the strongest suit, and I want to believe at an occasion like this, India should have backed themselves to chase anything they want because this Australian batting lineup with 11 batters,
Yeah.
you have to score at least 40 above par to be safe or to feel safe about your score. 160, I would say, is like 75-25, to be honest. Like, that's
Interesting.
how bullish I am about Australia's chances chasing something just because of the batting lineup that they possess.
Fair.
On the other hand, had it been India chasing, Australia's bowling is something that you can target a lot more. Cuts it and 4. Finally, wow. So, G, thank you for putting up the stat. This is the first time in over 20 innings that Harmanpreet Kaur has scored a boundary in her first 5 deliveries.
Oh my
In
god!
over 20 innings across 2 years.
Wow, that's extremely positive signs. If
Yeah.
anything, Ashwin's done a whole breakdown on Harman and how her first 15 ball strike rate really matters because every time she's gone on to actually have impetus in the innings and put life into the innings, those first 15 balls, she has a strike rate of 120 around that number. But recently, it's been around 97. So that's something that she had to work on. Maybe she's realizing that. And India just need to get the runs. There is no time to sort of get into the innings. You have only 7 overs to go after this anyways.
2 more balls to go. The field was set for a shortish delivery and she's already changed the field. Long gone now goes out and they've brought in the fielder at slow.
Hamilton also comes around the wicket. So
Yeah.
complete change in tactics as well as the angle and a slower one. A really good slow one at that. And we fly down to Cyprus where we're
lovely.
seeing a little bit of cricket. Wow.
Do you think we can play for the Cyprus national cricket team? Are we good enough?
Hope. Maybe back in our primes. Now I don't know.
Back in our prime, क्या भीड़े बन गया क्या अपने ज़माने में कह रहा भाई?
Well, the days start with backache.
Would you get a
Fortunately.
chance? Would you take a chance if you get the opportunity to?
100%. I would love to be ripping offies.
Cyprus.
On a matting wicket that too. Oh, that ball would turn square.
Last ball of the 13th over.
And the keeper's up to the stumps for Hamilton's last ball to Jemmy. Understandably
Will we
so.
see another slow one? No pace
Pace
on.
on.
Cuts,
Oh, cuts
this.
it, cuts
Pass
well.
point. Should be a boundary. Isn't a
It's just a
boundary because
couple.
Phoebe Litchfield does a good job cutting it off. And they run to finally we have two pairs of fresh legs and importantly two batters who know how to run those important twos in the middle. Well done.
And that's a good over for India, getting 9 off it at the end of things.
Yeah.
94 for 2.
Oh.
Yo.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's
Alright.
also in our chat, to be fair. Sporting Destination and also Aswin now tell us that Ben Stokes will retire after this test
Against
match.
the run of play. Oh, after the test match. Interesting. I mean, yeah, he must have effed up pretty badly then.
Fair.
And would have thought that this is the only way to bow out respectfully. This is what it is. Unfortunately, a career that should have lasted a lot more longer, to be honest. But
Possibly, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you can only go so far
Yeah, with such
and
awful
take as
hand.
much of a toll. Yeah.
That is true. Whoa, Molyneux back into the attack, replacing Wareham now. Interesting. They're really bringing in the changes here. And oh, that's not a single piece, huh? Keep in mind, Georgia wall wears full. My bad. Quickish this, 85 clicks.
Yeah, Molyneux has been slightly on the quicker side, right?
Yeah, true.
Constantly 80 plus.
Mar!
This one's flighted. She's hit it well. I don't think she's
Oh,
got.
clears mid off. I was
Damn.
scared. Okay, two.
I thought she hit it much better than that. They get a couple. And this one was slowed up a little bit.
Yeah, and that's
Harman
not the
falling
shot
for
to be
the
honest.
trap.
I thought she'd go for. I thought she was
Yeah.
going to clear her front leg and just try either the
Over
slog
covers.
sweep or over a long on like this
Oh,
side, leg side
right.
itself. Like I was surprised that she went straight, but I can understand why she did that because the field was set up for that shot. They had a long on and also someone in deep mid or cow corner maybe. Like
Yeah.
I don't know which part. So fair enough. Fair enough.
Flights it again.
Oh, in the gap. That's a much needed boundary, and the 100 is brought up by the skipper with a brilliant boundary. 13 of 9 is Harmanpreet Kaur, and 100 for 2 is India at 3 balls past the 13th over
Yeah,
mark.
and-
Not too bad at all. Not too bad at all.
Not bad, especially after losing the wicket of Mandana. Things could have slowed down very easily. Litchfield diving to her right. This would have been a spectacular catch if she got it, but credit where due. Harman's opened her arms. Ooh, and it was close. It was within her grace.
Yeah, fingertips. It probably grazed the fingertips there, but well placed and well played there, Harman. Yeah, he maar sakti thi. That probably stayed
Maybe
a
she
bit
would have
low.
pulled it. I don't know.
Yeah, she could have pulled because that's something that comes naturally to her, but yeah, it also probably stayed a bit low. A lovely shot as well. I mean, the gap was picked well, but again, good on Phoebe.
Beautiful
Litchfield made the
pictures.
ground and also went for the dive. Barely passed her. Barely passed.
And this is where India have a really good opportunity to sort of take the attack, because this is a time where Australia realize they can get a wicket or two and they might try and be a little more attacking with that.
Yeah.
Could be a good time for India to counter attack.
And that's why, because these two also keep running those, cheeky singles and
Yeah.
cheeky doubles. See, last over 9 runs came off it with just 1-4. We've already got 8 of 5 and with just 1-4 once again. If they
Exactly.
take a single, so that's once again 9 runs of this over too. So they can keep the scoreboard ticking. So I hope we keep seeing more of that. Last 6 overs from here, if they can get to somehow 170, I would probably say 70-30 Australia.
Sir.
Because padded up, by the way, Praatibh.
Was that it? I missed
Yeah.
completely.
There was Deepthi,
Richa was
and
with the
Yasmika.
helmet on. That's all I'm focusing on. Cuts it,
Straight
but straight to cover point. That'll be.
I was there to be hit, to be honest,
I
but
was.
doesn't find the gap there. Dot ball to end the 14th, and they will take a bit of a drinks break there. 102 for 2, 14 overs. Last 6, how many do you think can India rack up?
India have 8 wickets in hand. They have batters to come. Last 6 overs. Get at least from here. They have 2 batters who I want to say are also relatively set at this point. I would hope they are able to get that many. What about you?
Boys, the Indian men's team are 6 for 2. There you
Wow.
lovely
Nice.
backing the Irish folks there. But,
Oh.
oh yeah,
There.
it's there. Yeah, I think you should.
I mean, I don't know. But right now, people might be super pissed with us. Sorry, we were talking to Aswin, who's behind the
Apologies.
camera. Yeah, who figures we can set up a third mic. I think you should go for it. Innings break, we'll do it. Anyways, that's the end of the 14th over. Like we said, 102 for 2. You said 60 to 70 runs is what they should aim for at the very least to ensure that they have a decent target. Do you think what it'll be 50-50 then?
How much would that? Oh, that'll get us to
170.
around 170. I think even at 160. So beyond that, I'll still say it's 50-50.
170 for me, 70-30.
In favor of?
Australia, of course.
Wow.
For me to
Damn.
be 70-30 in India's favor, India has to be like 210.
200 something?
Yeah, 210. Even then, I would back the Aussies to change. Like, I would
insane,
give them 30% odds. Yeah.
Well,
Bas, yahi dekhna padega. What happened 8 years ago.
yeah.
By the way, I
it's
saw
just-
the 2020 World Cup encounter between them live in this
Hey, nice.
Sydney Showground.
Damn.
That was an epic game. Yeah, choked Australia. That was fantastic.
Good Smriti innings as well. Half century.
This one was in 2018. This was, of course, in Guyana. And yeah, man, Anuja Patil, oh my. Poonam Yadav was amongst the wickets then too. She was the record in chief in the game that I watched live in 2020. The wrist spinner. She got Elise Perry out for a golden duck. I wish you guys could see that delivery, man. What a gem of a delivery. Beautiful setup. I've personally tried searching my best to get clips of it. It's just not available anywhere. It's sad. Sad. Anyhow, it is Miss Annabelle Sutherland back into the attack. Oh no, continues actually, not technically. Back into the attack. Smriti is talking to Shefali. क्या run भागनी नहीं चाहिए, boundaries पे ही focus.
Boundaries भी नहीं आ रहे थे ना इतनी देर से.
बात तो सही.
Well, initial pictures, I mean, just before the start of this over, look cloudy, but it's like
Yeah, I
nice
think
and
it's
sunny
fine,
here.
yeah.
102 for 2 in 14 overs. Sutherland back into the attack. Jemmy on strike. Oh, that's a full toss.
Back of that
Smash it
slow
back.
one, full
Oh.
toss. Jemmy gets it past mid off. And that's not a
just
boundary. That's a two.
couple
I
of
would
runs,
want to
I guess.
believe.
Yeah, that is a couple of runs. I think, yeah, Sutherland possibly got a little bit of a hand on that. The slower one, once again, back of the hand, 87.4 clicks.
Yeah, I don't know if she got hand. It's just that the lack of pace may. She probably
Maybe,
got
maybe
some
she
hand
got a
to it.
little bit of a
Yeah,
hand. Yeah.
I thought it was just the lack of pace
For
meant
sure,
that Jimmy
yeah.
was not able to generate or put in any power behind the shot. But yeah, Jimmy's back on strike. Mar! Oh, that was there to be hit, man. Just a single though. Yeah, they're keeping the scoreboard ticking. In fact, in the last 3 overs, I think the last ball of the last over was the only dot we saw since Smriti's wicket.
Possibly.
So that's good. That's good.
I mean, we have seen regular overs where we've got more than 8-9 runs in the last 3.
Lucy,
so that's already
Sophie
a good
both
sign.
conceded runs. Annabelle after, I mean not Annabelle, who took Smriti's wicket? Oh no, it was a run out, of course.
Yeah. But yeah, it's also not been a challenge for India to get these 8-9 runs per over. It's been fairly easy that they've been able to do it. That's a
What a
beautiful
shot! This should
shot.
be a 4, please.
This is
It
cut
is a 4.
with
Well cut.
perfection. Picking the gap beautifully, piercing it through that point region, and she's absolutely timed that to perfection, and that'll be a boundary for Harman.
Yep. Ominous signs this for South Africa, to be honest, because she looked in great touch. That shot off.
Shot.
Got the timing, the placement, the execution, everything bang on. 10 on 10. Oof. Played
It's
it
a
obviously
beautiful
because
shot.
she knew that there was no one fielding at point. They only had a backward point there. Slow one full and nudges it for a single. Once again, already 8 runs of the over. 2 more balls to go. Simple as that. Yaar.
Watches the ball. Distance 11.7 meters.
I don't
Yeah.
understand. Like, why would
Nice.
you just run?
All he needs.
Oh, she said sorry. Jemmy still
Ah.
said sorry. Like, cute. And Jemmy seemed like a kid. Like, it was like, meri galti nahi thi. Like that.
Oh, she's played that well. Oh, not another mixer, please. That's fine. Go straight to covers. It's a dot.
You could see it in Jemmy's face. She was shocked. She was scared. She was like, oh my God, wasn't my mistake. Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, India's once again, another decent over. We've got 8 off with the ball to go. If this could go for a boundary, that just augurs well for India, dude.
Even a single will be fine. At least get 9. I'll be peace. Last ball, 5 more overs after that, and we'll of course see Mr. Aswin Anil joining us. Oh, back of
Oh,
that slow one.
Oh, that's beautifully played. Won't go anywhere. Just a single down to deep cover. Played well.
Yeah, 9 runs of that over too, which means 9 runs have come of each of the last 3 overs, or probably 8 came of the last over. Nonetheless, 111 for 2 at the end of the 15th over, and we'll have Aswin joining us.
All right, lads, we are back at it, and now we're back at it. Oh, that's a
Whee!
short ball. That's
Oh,
probably be Plum, and
that's
that's
Plum.
given out LBW. What an unfortunate way to get out. That's gotta be Plum in front. There's no other way. I don't know if any of you noticed, but Australian players are just so tuned in. They're sprinting to get back to position after.
But Jemmy says, or Jemmy thinks that it's pitched outside leg. That's why she's gone for the review. Might as well go for the review. But yeah, if this is out, another crucial blow at a crucial time.
Yeah, I don't. Oh,
Okay, that looked a lot straighter when we first saw it, but
that might be umpire's call, you know. Oh, I don't know.
has it pitched?
Right. Now I'm back. Oh, this will be the worst possible way to get out and go into the dressing room when you've just run out a partner. I mean, it's not her fault, but you just had a mix up. I'll say 158, even though I want to say more. Bring on the prediction for final score. Well, our batters don't even want to run to. I think that might just be I think that's out. Not gonna lie. Looking at it live, I thought that was Plum.
Yeah, it looked much
in
more
front,
plumb
yeah.
live.
Oh, that's pitching down leg. Let's go. That is pitching down leg. Whoa, Jemmy got that spot on there.
Lovely.
I was gonna say, I mean, the only reason she thought it's pitching outside leg is because she was way outside off. But that is extraordinary stuff from Jemmy. She was confident from the get-go. Jemmy was spot on, says Aryan. Indeed, she was. This is good stuff. Last 5 overs to go. Wow.
Oh, well, the South
I love this.
Africans not even mincing their reactions, dude.
I love this.
Well.
All right, so we have. Oh,
That's
He reaches for the ball that was
Yeah.
pulled wide outside.
not-
Outside off.
yeah, just not getting maybe to the pitch of the ball as much as she would have liked to get the elevation.
It's a bit of a risk to give yourself room down the leg side to a leg spinner because the ball is going away from you. So you always have to reach for the ball. Jemmy playing high risk, high reward cricket here. 19 of 17. She
Sweeps.
started off well, but her strike rate
Sweeps
has
it
come down a little
Or
bit.
just a single, yeah. Yeah, Jemmy, after the bit of a fiery start that she got, still is 20 of 18. Herman's actually going a little better now.
Wow, you have
Playing
Australians and
And
New
the Zealand
Zealanders.
side as well.
Yeah, lovely
Everyone
stuff.
chilling.
Yeah. Sophie Divine just retired is what I want to say. And the Pakistani player too. I forgot her name.
Flighted. Herman goes hell for leather. She's got it over covers. There's no one there, and that is a much needed boundary for the Indian side.
Let's go. Harman taking the attack on. She started off extremely well. We've talked about how her first 15 balls is very, very important. She's not even faced 15 balls, but she scored 23 runs. This is exactly how she bats in the first innings. First innings, Harmanpreet Kaur is what the Indian team needs. And I think that's where she chose to bat first because she knew she's going to be on it from the get-go. We have Crick Social saying, on a sanguine note,
Sanguine note.
India women's defended 176 in Adelaide in Feb, where the Aussies never looked to be in chase. Need a Richa special to get 175. That is true. Or a Harman special that's short and at the stumps for a dot ball. She'll be disappointed to not get that away. That's end of 16 overs, 118 for 2. 24 balls remaining for the innings.
Yeah, 24 balls in which we need to get a fair amount of runs. We need to get at least 52 runs to get to that 170. And India will definitely need to get at least that much to straight away put Australia under some kind of pressure.
That is very true.
Yeah.
Lads, let us know if you know what? Let us know in the innings break. We could do this, but let us know if you want a third mic where like there can be interesting stats and stuff. So Akshay is not in front of the camera right now, but there is a third mic available. You can hear his voice. We'll do this in the innings break.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know. It's just an interesting interaction. So when Akshay and I come, Praatibh could tell us things that he's found out from his laptop, so he doesn't have to wait to come on chat. So it'll be an interesting voice to listen to and all of that. And if he finds an interesting chat, he can answer it from there. He doesn't have to be in
Yeah.
front of the camera. All right then. True, but even 10 per over is
Gonna be
gonna be
159.
hopes on Richa. I mean, I would hope on these two batters to go until the 18th over and then go hell for leather in the next 2 overs. We have 8 wickets remaining. So these guys can attack from ball 1. Slow delivery. She doesn't necessarily pick it up in the gap. Falls in no one's land for a single. I like the intent. I just hope the execution is a little better.
Yeah, with less than 4 overs to go now, I think, and with 8 wickets in hand, India should just go for it. At this point, that's the only way they're going to make a really good score out of this. As you said, even 10 per over is just 115 from here. Co-predictor also says just 158.
The inquisitive doctor, I am worried that if India lose, there'll be a lot of blame game on Smriti. I know that's not what you're saying. I'm just responding to you. Yeah, her innings was a bit confusing.
Yeah.
Unfortunate she got run out, but yeah, we'll make a reel on it. We'll
Yeah,
pop it.
you'll possibly see Ashwin make a Smriti reel.
Oh, that's yet another slow ball. Harman picks it up enough to get a single. I think they need to have a conversation where you prepare for the slow ball because a quicker delivery is a bonus. A slow ball on this wicket, which seems to be on the slower side a tiny bit, and feels like you have to just wait for the slow. As in, you have to prepare for the slow ball. Just anticipate that a slow ball is coming to you. If it's quick, then play for the quick one, but anticipate that every ball is possibly going to be a slower ball.
Yeah, that's possibly also the right way to go about it because the moment you start anticipating for the slower ball, you are going to look to play more powerful shots.
Oh,
Jeffy
that's
steps.
a full toss. She walks across the wicket for. Oh,
Both of us thought that was splitting the two
Yeah.
fielders in the gap, but not to be. Another full toss goes begging. It's not gone to the boundary. India is going to be disappointed a little bit. And we have
Well,
very similar manner to how we had
Harman's made a lot of. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What is going on?
For context chat, we're seeing we're seeing a split screen of Harman through different eras. There's 3 eras: 2009, 2017, 2026. Oh my.
Harman walking down the track in 2009 was
2009
insane. Oh, that's an outside edge. That's a streaky boundary, but India will take this boundary with both hands. That's a boundary of this over. That's 7 runs in the first 4 deliveries. You need more of this, more boundaries, hopefully 6s. But the fact that Harman's getting them is a good thing.
Yeah, now the last 4-5 overs, we've seen India able to get that one boundary in the over and then supplemented with singles and doubles to get 8 or 9 off the over. But in these last 4, you need to find a way to get that second boundary. If India are able to do that, they're getting themselves in a position to get 12, 13 runs over after over for these last 4.
That is very, very true. Harman went all out in that shot. My God, she used all her
Good
strength there.
kitchen sink at that. Once again,
Oh,
she
jeez.
smashed that through covers,
Ah.
but it'll just go
Yeah,
for a
single.
single.
They've got their field placement spot on. You know, the bowlers are bowling to the field. They're completely on it. If you look at the 3 frames, you can't really say anything because in all 3 frames, she's doing. First of all, in 2009, she's walking out, which is insane to me.
Harman 2009. Or she's she's strolling down the wicket to meet the ball. That's crazy.
That is insane. Yes, we need a third mic. We'll put at it. Jamie hits the mid off for a single.
Oh, my God.
Good lord, my voice is going to crack up. But yeah, we will have a third mic in mid innings. We'll prepare. It'll be fun. We should have thought of it earlier on, to be honest. I don't know why we didn't, but yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. All the time you see when I'm outside, when these guys talk to me, you can't hear me, or when we talk to whoever, when Akshay and I are on air and Praatibh, we talk to Praatibh. But this time you can hear him. If he has interesting things to say, you'll hear a voice of God. That God might just will be me, Praatibh, or Akshay.
Well.
Praatibh, Akshay, or I.
All the same.
Retire Jemmy.
God.
I think it's okay. I think she's rotating strike. I know at this point you want to get those boundaries. She'll probably hit her way out if she wants to get out. I think retirement is a bit extreme. She's not played a lot of dot balls, even though she's only got one boundary. Yeah, strike rate's not impressive, but yeah, what can you say? Well, the one positive for India is that these two are the exact two who you'll want at the crease against the Aussies in a knockout game. Well,
That's a fair shout.
that is a fair shout indeed. I like how positive you are, says Mannat. Yeah, the inquisitive doctor goes through a range of motion like all of us, and I appreciate that quite a bit. All right, last 3 overs, 127, at least 30 runs from here, possibly 35, 40. You have Jemmy on strike. Yeah, you have Jemmy on strike. If I was her, I would walk across rather than go down. Like, yeah, there you go.
exactly,
Oh,
exactly.
there you
like
go.
that.
That's what you would do. That's what, oh my god.
They have a fielder in
Everywhere.
every freaking position.
Dude, this is what the hell?
Wow. Well, it's safe to say that the Indians are at least trying, which I'm happy with, but we will have to get boundaries. There is no other way. Molyneux is one of the smartest operators in the world, especially during this phase. Yeah, let's just see if Harman can produce.
It's that over mid off. That is over mid off. Is that?
It's just a double, I hope. Oh, it's just a
That's
single.
a single.
Wow, India weren't able to get two there. Jemmy was running to the danger.
Yeah,
end,
Jemmy
which is
says
what
that
she's saying.
she was running to the danger end. I'm a bit shocked she only gets one.
Yeah.
Guys, are they reading the chat behind? Mannad ho, I think so. I think everything is behind at this point. I think the chat.
That
I
should have
think
been an
life-
easy two, dude.
Yeah, I think that
Jemmy
should
would
have
have
been
made
it
it
too.
no time. So
They
would
sh-
have Harman. She was just trolling for a single. That's not good cricket from India.
Lazy stuff, that is what I
Ah.
will say. But again, Jemmy on strike, last 4 deliveries to go. Jemmy plays inside out
It's just
against
another
straight to
single.
the field, I guess.
I think they've plugged that gap really well. For Jemmy to be able to get that shot to the boundary, she will have to possibly slice it even more or just get it between long off, which I think is there, and sort of deep covers. Like it's a very tough gap to pick. Oh, there is no long off. Why isn't she going straighter?
Guys in the chat, not live. Yeah, we are a bit behind in terms of internet.
Slightly behind.
Yeah, I think that's what is happening. I was just checking if we are live. to
Molyneux
begin
comes
with.
over the wicket.
Oh, Harman
Wow.
hits that straight to mid wicket for
Well,
another
well.
single.
That's 4 singles in 4
Ah,
balls. This is
good
not
lord.
good for India. And there's Virat.
Whoa!
Virat
That's
Kohli.
Ravi Shastri, Virat Kohli, and Anushka Shah.
Nice.
I would not think to see Virat Kohli in a stadium.
There.
Yet you have him and Ravi Shastri.
That's vibes.
Oh, this is so cool. Look
Man
who's
says
there
hello.
indeed, Aryan. Damn. Good on them. Good on
Hmm.
them.
Love to see.
Virat in the stands. Well, the crowd would have seen that. Jemmy makes room for herself.
Ooh, and she's
Ah.
again not got all of it. Just down to long on for a single. This has been a brilliant over. Shikhar
Well,
Dhawan in the house. as
Well, superstars in the stadium. You have Virat, you have Shikhar. I don't know the one beside him. You have Ravi Shastri. Are you being held back, my dear Jemmy?
Oh my god.
Well,
Well, can India finish this over off with a 6, please? Full
oh,
toss.
that's a full toss, and that's probably
Ah,
straight to the
she's
field.
still
That's
not got all
2
of it.
runs. Gonna get 2 for that. Go on. Oh,
Come
I'm
on.
glad they ran 2 for that.
That's just 7 off. What a brilliant over from Sophie Molyneux. She's
Well,
been
well.
on the money with that over. 134 for 2 with just 2 overs to play.
The camera men and women will have a great time out at this point, having Virat in the stadium. That's, to be fair, that's a shocker. A lot of people wouldn't assume Virat to come watch a game of cricket. But here you are.
Yeah, that's true. It's nice. Good to see. In
Yeah.
support from the Indian cricketing fraternity.
That is very true, actually. Seeing men internationals watching the women, that's well needed. It's needed. It's needed. Hopefully, Virat puts a story up, says, hey, I am here. Where are you guys?
Don't think of
And
that.
then he says, come meet me.
For one eat commune shoe. I don't know. I'm not
Things,
gonna say anything.
Our middle order is definitely not that stable. Well, we haven't reached the middle order to be. I mean, we are top 4. Top 4 is not really middle. All right. The fact that we have only 2 wickets down, we're still 134. We've got to do a little more than this, lads. Jemmy goes down the track, hits that
Oh
over.
my god, how is there a fielder every single place? First of all, Australia have been brilliant, not only with their field settings, but also with the bowlers executing in these last couple of overs. Akshay did talk about them being a little wavered, especially when right-left is a combination. That's not the case right now. It's 2
True.
righties. Jemima is a busy batter and faces less than 33% dot balls. I think it's still the case, but also at this point, India needs to find a way to get boundaries.
Yeah, it's Hopefully Harman does something. I hope in the. That's a pull shot. That's hopefully a boundary. Finally, Harman gets a boundary for the Indian team. That's a good start to the over. That's 5 runs already. Score is 139 for 2. Gotta get more of that. Gotta get more of that for the Indian team. Harman's doing very, very well at this point. She's 37 of 22 is what I want to say. Well, the strike rate's right up there. Her batting first is what India needed. We've talked about this. The video, I'll get a lot of slack, I know, because of the title. Well, if you watch the entire video, this is what we've been talking about. Her batting first and doing at it with intent. That's another slower delivery. That's a failed attempt. That's
just one
pitched
bounce.
in front for a single.
One bounce, lucky Harman.
All right, Jemmy's got to do a little more. At this point, she's been very predictable. She's either going down the leg to hit it over covers or going outside the off stump to hit it above square leg.
Yeah.
She's got to do a little more. Get a power game in, because if she doesn't do that, then there's no real point. All right, momentum wins, says Aryan. True, says Mannat. Well, let's see what Jemmy is able to do in this 4th delivery. 6 runs already off the over.
Steps
She
down,
steps out.
smash it, stays back.
Straight to
Straight to the
Sutherland.
fielder.
Akshay, we have superstars in the stadium. We have
Virat
Virat Kohli.
Kohli and
We have Ravi
Dravid.
Shastri. We have Shikhar. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
The Indian men's team are apparently 19 for 4. Who are the
Well,
4? Who
well.
are the 4 wickets? Lovely. Shreyas Iyer, Ishan Kishan, Abhishek Sharma, Sanju Samson all go back in. Oh, good. Tilak Verma, good. I mean, Shreyas Iyer, good. Can play a captain's knock.
And
Oh, we have Susie Bates.
Pulls this. She's possibly got all of it.
That's six. That's a drop catch from the Aussies, and that's what Jemima needs. That's what the Indian team needs. That's 12 runs off the over with 1 ball remaining. That's a drop catch, but more importantly, that's a 6 for Jemima Rodriguez. 146 for 2. They dropped the catches, Arya. They dropped indeed. You don't see a drop catch every day.
That's just a 60-meter 6 just on the boundary line. We need 3 more of these. Please, I know there's just 7 balls to go, but if India can pull that off.
That's true.
Yeah, India had 146 for 2 and 18.5 projected at just 155. I'm sure we can get more than that.
Oh, that's
Beautiful
shot. Is that anything?
That's dropped
the
yet
drop
again.
catch. Maybe that's a single.
Dropped by Nicola Carey, but it won't matter. It's just a single in the context of things. Australia are going to take it. It's okay. It
Shreyas
doesn't
out
matter.
too, by the way. Shreyas Iyer is out too.
Well.
What is this men's team doing?
Well. India 147 for 2, and we have just 1 over. Predictions?
I don't care. 180. 180 foot.
Yeah, that would be nice.
33
run overs.
runs in the last over would be
5 sixes and
insane.
a triple at Lords.
Cough probably.
Yeah, sure.
That's quite sad. The chat says the 3rd mic would be nice, so we'll set it up mid innings, and then we will have.
Richa
a
should
3rd.
come. I wonder if they just retire one of the batters out and bring. But then again, I don't know.
Harman saw Smriti play like her in start, so decided. Oh, Akshay, we saw split screen of Harman. And in 2009, the woman was walking out. She was strolling out while batting. Very Robin
She's
Uthappa-esque.
going out for an evening walk to meet the ball.
and smashing the bowler. Jemmy has been retired out. Jemmy has
well.
been retired out. And
Right on
Richa
cue.
Ghosh has been brought in. A very calculated decision by the Indian management, and rightly so. Might as well. Anamika says Australia finally remembered the script. Well said. Anushka Singh says Jemmy retired out. Wow. The gangs gathered in the last over, and we appreciate this. Diksha, Richa's here.
Hit that like button.
Well. We have 42 people in the chat. That's nice.
Nice, hit that like button.
Jemima withdraws, says Nandu. Very, very professional.
I
there.
think especially with Molyneux bowling this last over, I think that's a good move. Let's see if it pays.
First ball! Richard swings the bat, manages to hit that over the circle for a single.
Well, that's okay because Harman's on strike.
And Harman's
She's
been
the
going
set
at
batter.
it, yeah.
Harman 38 of 23. It's been a really good innings, especially in the context of everybody else just struggling to get runs at a high enough strike rate. Harman striking at 165.2. Can she just keep that up this over and keep going? Well, there seems to be a bit of a conversation between Jemmy and Sir. In the right spirits, I'd want to think.
All right, so we have 5 balls remaining for this innings to get over. Harman steps out. She whacks that. For a mighty 6. Straight. It'll probably be a 73, 74 meter 6. I got a lot of.
Well, Ashwin, just add the zoomies because that's a beautiful shot.
Damn, Virat appreciates it but calls it short.
Let's go. Stepping down the wicket to a flighted Molyneux delivery, and she gets all of it straight back past the bowler. 85 meters, that by no means is a small six. Getting all of it. Can she do just 2 more of these?
It's not the first time we have seen Harman dominate the Australians in the first innings. And here we are once again. 4 more deliveries to go. 7 runs already off the over. Sophie Molyneux coming over the wicket. She steps out once again.
Beautiful
Hits it
shot.
straight. And that's yet another 6 for Harmanpreet Kaur. Back-to-back sixes for the Indian captain. That's 50 in 25 balls. A strike rate of 200. The captain steps up when the team needs her to. What a fantastic knock by the Indian captain. 3 more deliveries to go. 13 runs already off the over. 72 clicks, very slow. Harmanpreet waits for the ball extremely well. A 79-meter 6. What a fantastic show in the last over. Keep at it, woman.
Commit the hour, commit the woman at 160 is where I thought this would be a 50-50 encounter. Molyneux has been bowling extremely well. 3 balls to play. Steps out yet again. Smashing over covers. That's a 6. Dropped at the boundary. That's 6. And the crowd's going balle.
What a fantastic shot. That's yet another drop catch. 3 drop catches in 2 overs. Australians feeling the pressure. 166 for 3. Harmanpreet Kaur in full swing.
Wow. You're seeing our voices are going to go, and that's another drop at the boundary. Litchfield is that dropping what I would want to say is an absolute sitter. Molyneux, head in her hands, rightfully so. 3 sixes. This has infused life back into the Indian batting innings. And boy, oh boy, this is going to be some momentum moving into the last couple of deliveries and then the second innings.
2 balls remaining. She
Steps
goes over the
out.
wicket once again. That's
That's
no,
gone.
that's a gone.
The
That's
dramatics
wicket.
have come to an end. What a brilliant innings from Harmanpreet. She will be unlucky with that. Just needed a little more elevation, but she's played possibly a really good knock, a match-defining knock at that. 56 of 27, striking at over 200. She will get the reception from the Lord's crowd for a fantastic innings.
What a knock it's been from Harman. What a this is what we needed from her this match. The woman that we know, the way she bats in the first innings, the way she shows intent attacking the opposition. She's done that under pressure against Australia in a match that is possibly a knockout for the Indian team, and she does it. A strike rate of 207. She really steps it up. What a knock for Harmanpreet Kaur. What a way to finish off the innings. Hopefully with the last ball, we see some runs. I don't think Yasika Bhatia is still walking in. Which means Deepti Sharma is walking in. She could probably play her sweep shot for a boundary behind square leg.
Deepti Sharma, let's go.
Well, Aryan, you've got competition.
Well, Deepti comes in. Yeah, and oh, what a lovely pictures this reception for Harman as she goes through the balcony at Lord's, or rather the pavilion at Lord's. Well applauded.
Deepti on strike. Let's see what she's able to do. Oh, that's a top
It's a
edge.
top edge, and that
That's
will
a
be the boundary.
Let's go.
Or will it?
Will it?
It will be.
Yeah, that's a boundary. That is a boundary. 171 is the target. More than a lot of us would have hoped for. There you go. What a way to finish off the innings. That's 3 sixes
Wow.
of the over and a boundary. That's what, 25 runs of the over, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
25 crucial runs or 23 runs of the
We
over.
wanted 33, we got 23.
Yep.
We'll take it.
Oh yeah, this almost seems like Harman 171 against Australia in 2019, if you all remember. 2017, if you all remember. This almost seems like that. The Australian team have gathered because they have realized that in the last 2 overs, they've done a lot of mistakes. 3 drop catches, 1 fielding mishap. Momentum with the Indian team right now. They will be very confident in terms of being able to hopefully restrict the Australian team. They will come out all guns blazing, but so will the Australian batters. But for that, we will take a short break, and so will they. We will take a break from our voices, and then
Hit like, stay here, don't go anywhere. We will be back.
yeah, we will be back very soon. Hit that like button, like the stream, will push the stream to a lot more people. We have a very exciting second innings coming up and a lot more things. And this Indian team have hit more sixes in an innings across teams. That's
Wow.
insane. 7 sixes in this innings, and the Indian team have hit more sixes for any team in an innings in this World Cup, and it's come at the perfect time. Thank you. A lot of people says to Harman, there's still a long way to go, but you're taking nothing away from our innings, regardless of the result. Let's get some drinks. Let's water.
Water.
That is, let's get
Garam
something to
pani.
eat,
Yeah.
to take a break, to take a breather. We'll come back in about 10 minutes, and we'll also have a third mic, because why not? We're back at it, lads. We'll have Akshay join us very, very soon. Renuka Singh Thakur takes the new ball and Georgia Wall hits the first ball for a boundary. Square drives it to a boundary. Actually, cut short to the boundary. I don't know why.
Easy.
Lads,
And we're back.
Chad, let me know if there's, for whatever reason, there's echo. And I don't
All
know
right.
why.
I hope that mic's off. Praatibh.
Yeah, it's off.
Off. All right. Perfect. Yeah. And I'm back on. Everyone's back on.
But Chad, let me know if there's any echo. For whatever reason, there seems to be a little bit of an echo and don't understand why.
How do you know there's echo?
Because when I speak, your mic rises up.
Oh, acha. Oh, yeah. Got it. Renuka, second ball. Oh, it's Vika! How is it? Pereira, come on. Give that. She doesn't. That nips back in very sharply.
Knowing her much, she might just go for the DRS.
Yeah. This wasn't an in-swinger, by the way. It moved off the surface. And she goes for the review, does Harmanpreet Kaur. Ooh, that looked very close. Height would be my biggest question, and it could potentially even be going down the leg because it really seemed back in sharp. Meanwhile, the audience...
Thanks, Chad. Thank you, Chad.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Chad.
Perfecto. Oh, I want to see this jagged back in sharply. That looks close. It hits the back leg. He was caught on the crease, so there's
That
not
might
a
be-
lot of distance to travel. No bat.
That might be umpire's call, you know.
No bat.
That might be umpire's call.
Think.
Thing.
But it's hit the back leg, yeah. I think it's out to be. Sue Redfern is the third umpire. All right, Vikas says it's out. Srikanth says umpire's call max. No bat. All right, no back. It's hit the back foot.
Well, it's
Let's
the
see.
chat says.
Ruko, bhai. Ruko. Let's see, Srikanth. Let's see. Jags back in sharply off the length.
Oh, that's a wicket! That is a wicket! Renuka Singh Thakur gets a wicket in the very second ball. Well, this is why she's in the team. She takes wickets in the power play and she takes important ones at that too. And she takes a wicket in the very second ball. Australia in the last 4 overs at this point have all gone downhill for them. What a start for the Indian team. A first ball boundary and a second ball wicket.
Yep, the Indian team over there is chuffed to bits. A big wicket. This on the second ball of the delivery. Unfortunately, that's not the sentiment there in the South African dugout or the South African side of things. You can see hands and heads there on Sunny Leaves, but Georgia Wall has to make the long way back. 4 of 2 is what she gets. Renuka Singh Thakur, who's known for her ability to move the ball into right-handers, does not do that the way she usually does because this wasn't an in-swinger. This was a nip-backer. It was bowled almost back of length. It was fairly short, but the ball did not rise up enough and it seemed back in very sharply. Unfortunately, very little that Georgia Wall could do. Her feet moved nowhere. She could not get the bat down in time. And she goes back to the pavilion. A massive breakthrough this for Team India and exactly the kind of start we as Team India supporters would have wanted.
100%. I mean, I didn't even see the ball live, but to see the 3 reds is what I'm so happy about. Interestingly, though, very Lords-like movement this in the last 2 seasons, 3 seasons. We've seen the Lords pitch do this regardless of the format, but especially Test format. But to see that in the T20 format is surprising. We didn't see any of that in the first innings.
But this is exactly why even after toss, I spoke about how Kranti Gaud was a very positive enforcement because she's known for her ability to extract seam movement off surface. So she would be dangerous if there's anything on the surface. PB Litchfield in the middle once again. A very key wicket, but you can say that for each of the 11 batters, including Lucy Hamilton.
True. Every batter walking in is a key wicket for this Indian team. But Renuka Singh Thakur, not a lot of matches coming into this game, but to start off extremely well, it will boost her confidence by a mile. And to have a left-hander on strike right now, to be able to move the ball away from her. I say
poor ball. 5 wides.
I say that and she bowls one down leg.
5
Come on,
wides.
Deepthi.
It's
Come
Deepthi.
on.
5
Come
wides.
on,
Oh,
Deepthi.
she makes it.
Yeah, she stops it. The ball
4
stops
wides.
for her.
Oh, 3 wides. All right.
And then she runs 3 wides.
No, yeah, 3 wides. Akshay looks like a kid on sugar when the wicket fell. Oh, all right.
I mean, fair. Might as well
Ironically,
be. I think that's a compliment.
Yeah, sure. I'll take that. I hope it's a compliment, Srikanth.
You'll have to be behind the mic, Akshay.
This isn't good enough,
You want your father to give you a lesson again.
Anna. But no,
I think it
isn't
should
this
be
good?
okay.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
this is
Let us
fine.
know if our voices are breaking
Yeah,
in
yeah.
this chat. For context, Akshay's dad gave him a bit of a talk because
For all you know, he's actually seeing this.
his voice keeps not being heard. But there you go.
That's Vitika.
Oh!
Again, does not rise up, stays low. 108 clicks, 107.6 to be precise.
That's quick. That's
Yeah,
quick for
that's
her.
the quickest I've seen Renuka
Yeah,
bowl,
that's
to be
quick
honest.
for her.
Yeah.
You know, I know this is a bit of a digression, and I know we are Indian fans are talking about the Indian wicket and all that, but this is what I love about Phoebe Litchfield. The fact that she sees the ball short and wants to whack that to her through mid wicket. This is what I like about her. She's so attacking instinctively. It's not even a premeditated mindset. Just instinctively she's an attacking batter. I like that about her.
That is true. Come on. Oh my word, Richa. Again, I don't want to blame her too much. It's not easy to keep against the new ball up to the stumps, so it's all right.
But really well done this. By the way, folks, Praatibh can say hi. Praatibh, do you want to say hi?
Hello, sweeties.
Yes.
Yes.
What's poppin'?
So Praatibh has a third mic. So now the third person who's not in front of the camera will have a mic accessible. My God.
So if they want to really go for some shits and giggles, they can behind the camera.
Oh, hey, this is so sweet, Vitika. I will become a cricket player when I grow up. Well, we hope that you do, and we hope that one day we get to talk about you representing the Indian team. Is what we'll say. That's the end of. Oh, that's not the end of.
Last ball remaining. Who do you think from the other end? Kanti out straight up?
I would hope so. Yeah. After seeing the C movement of the pitch, I would really hope so. Very attacking move, this by the way. Not giving Shefali the first over. She's gotten the first over in the last couple of games.
That
for,
is true.
For her,
that
for
is
Hanuman
true.
to go to Renuka straight away. Very good move. This.
Last ball. Mooney is marking her guard. Up.
Two left-handers on the crease. You would hope that Renuka Singh Thakur licks her fingers because she can move the ball away from both the left-handers, and that's exactly what she does.
Oh, that's beautifully cut past point.
Straight to deep sweeper. It's a sweeper cover
Oh,
fielder.
they're taking on her arm,
Look at
and they
that, dude. Look at
successfully
that.
do that. 2 runs taken. 11 of the first over. 1-1-1-1 is what the scorecard reads right now. Potentially even someone like a Deepti Sharma, 2 left-handers, someone who can take the ball away from these two.
That is true. I would want Deepti to come in, but I would just also want to see what Kranti can do with the new ball. I would hope for a over or two, actually a over from Deepti before the power play ends. I would say a fourth over. I would give Renuka one more over, depending on how Kranti goes this over. Maybe another for her as well. But so Kranti now, Renuka next for sure, and then possibly Deepti. But I'm not
Fair
the captain,
enough.
so
Fair
we'll
enough.
find
Meanwhile,
out.
yeah, we've got some more comments coming in. Sachin says, I hope Amol and Herman realize Renuka's importance here on and not go for WPL glory or pace.
Oh, I don't really agree with
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Neither do I. Come on. I mean, then what's the point of the WPL if we don't look at WPL
And
numbers?
pace is a big deal.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
yeah.
Anyways, the inquisitive doctor also says there's a reason I've kept
Kranti out, Phoebe Litchfield steps out, hits it straight to
on the
square leg.
bounce to Radha Yadav, who actually does well to just
Yeah, that's true.
to
He
at
does
least prevent the
really,
boundary.
really well.
That was it ferociously, and it went on the bounce to Radha. It was very hard to actually gauge the pace and bounce because it bounced fairly close to Radha. So once again, I know it looks like fairly straightforward.
But it's quite difficult.
Yeah, especially for someone who's dropped 5 catches across the last 2 innings.
An observation there, she doesn't have taping on the right index finger, which she did in the last 2 games where she dropped catches. That's an observation. A lot of people are talking about how that's a broken finger. I don't know where that reports come from. A lot of people seem to be sure of it, but she doesn't have the taping on the right hand anymore.
Length dal, not too short. Perfect.
Oh!
That's the length she needs to keep hitting. Line halka sa middle and off ki taraf aa jaye to bhai maza aa jave. Meanwhile, the inquisitive doctor says there's a reason I've always kept backing Renuka. Need Mooney's wicket quickly though. She's our biggest nemesis. I mean, you can say that for Mooney, for Perry, for Ash.
Yeah.
The list goes on and
You
on.
know, this is the difference between the Australian top order versus the Indian top order. The way, see, 2 good balls and 2 good singles. Like they are able to rotate,
yeah.
strike, just tap it in, not look for boundaries.
Oh, sure.
That's again, can Radha Yadav cut it off? And she does well to cut it off. Is that 2 runs? And that's 2 runs. That's really good running this from the Australian pair. That's exactly the 4 runs of the 3 balls. Like
They've taken on the arm of India's best fielder. There's nothing much.
this is almost like the major difference between the two
For sure.
teams.
For
And
sure.
yeah, it's breaks my heart. But India will be very, very happy with this start, except in the next an over or so, they would want to get another wicket.
Over. Let's see. I mean, ideally, I would want to know
Wicket.
too slightly full, but I don't mind that. Err on the fuller side because it still lets you do something. If you're bowling too short, you're not letting the surface come into the picture. You're just making it easy for
Yeah.
Litchfield and Mooney to
True.
go through with their shots. So that's why slightly on the fuller side, I'm fine, but don't bowl too short right now. Kranti especially. But all right. 4 balls in, 4 runs conceded, no boundaries. Importantly, can she close this over out well?
Oh, Phoebe steps out once
Does not
again.
connect
Oh my
in the gap,
God.
and Radha Yadav can't do much. Another boundary to Australia, and first boundary I want to say to Phoebe. Let's see
Yeah,
tonight.
first boundary indeed, and she's coming back after an injury. She's coming back after a
Yeah.
break, and for to see that intense straight away, that's what you expect from her. To be honest, walking down the track, playing the pull
Just
shot.
so quick. She does that at the
Yeah.
point of release. There's not much that Kranti could have done there in terms of changing what she had planned to do. Runs in late, but still is able to be there, still keep her head still at the time she's hitting the ball. Again, it's incredible. It's incredible how fast her reflexes are.
Yeah, her hands are very, very quick, and she's one of those batters who has very quick hands, but also uses her feet quite well. Oh, she makes room for herself. Hits that straight down the ground for yet another boundary. That's 12 runs off the over. 23 for 1 in 2 overs. The damage that India did in the first over seems to be nullified.
Yeah, exactly. And they're off in a hurry, and this is exactly why I wanted India to bat second. Because this is what Australia is going
Yeah.
to do, irrespective of whether they're batting first or second. The advantage they have now is they know exactly what they're chasing. So should they lose the flurry of wickets, they still know how to calibrate and then ensure that they adjust to the pace of the wicket.
True.
If they're batting first, at least they don't know. They'll either have to go all for money, or they'll have to just play within themselves to ensure that they don't lose all of their wickets. So it would have still been them figuring things out rather than us helping them out by telling what
Yeah.
the pace of the wicket is. So personally, that's what I felt, and I feel even in hindsight, the story still remains the same.
Yeah, I agree with that. Interestingly, in the first innings, Praatibh and I were having a chat, and that's what I thought. I thought India should have bowled first. He had another argument of why India should have batted first. Is just because freedom. You target that you want to, you bat the way you want to, and we actually saw that from the Indian top order batters. Sachin says WPL is important. Yes, what I meant was this. All right, Renuka Singh Thakur continues.
Ooh,
Very
good
well
ball,
collected this
good
from Richa Ghosh
ball.
as well. Right, so was this is Nandini's first big tournament, first tour to considering her debut was in England months ago. Given her time, experience is key in big matches. Sure, but I mean that's okay. I mean Nandini deserved to be
See,
selected.
can you tell me which other pacer could have been picked in the squad ahead of Nandini Sharma? There's no one else. Yeah, it is what it is. Oh, good length. Oh, cut again beautifully by Mooney. Pass point, but only a single because they have a deep point in place as well. Backward point and deep point are the two feelers they have on the offside in that region. Harmanpreet Kaur, though, that was a fantastic,
That's true.
masterclass in the death overs. Just the blitzkrieg that she provided. 4 sixes in the last couple of overs for her. 1 of Sutherland and 3 of Molyneux. 56 of 27 is what she ended the night with.
Right, we have 4 deliveries to go from Renuka Singh Thakur. Only one off the over, and she gets that's yet
Decent-ish.
another dot ball. That's 1
Like
run
the
and 3
length.
balls. I like this from Renuka Singh Thakur. Very consistent. She's keeping it just outside the off stump, but not giving a lot of room. And being able to do that consistently is the key. 3 more balls to go. If she can finish off this over without giving away a boundary, that will be a bonus.
The last time I said
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
Kranti conceded 2.
Boundaries, that's
So
true.
let's hope we don't see a
And to
repeat of
Phoebe
that.
too, that is. Oh, that's an inside edge
Oh,
straight to
almost,
fine leg.
almost.
Oh, wow.
Deepthi, she really threw that in, no?
Imagine that ricocheted over to a boundary.
Could have. Knowing our fielders, if it was someone like Yasaka backing up, the ball would have definitely gone. Oh, Smriti is the third highest run scorer this tournament. And
Very interesting. Damn, Danny White Hodge having a tournament of a lifetime. Coming back after a long break.
didn't look in the
282.
greatest of form, but from there to
Against
now, be,
India
yeah.
especially, yeah, that's true.
Anywho,
Oh, she stepped.
lovely.
I love this. I love this. I know, like, well done from Renuka Singh Thakur, but I love this from Phoebe. The fact that the keeper's up to stumps and she does not care, and she can still step out. I love left hand.
This is something I've always wanted to ask batters. Why do you stop stepping down the track when the keeper comes up? Because
Yeah.
it's not easy to stump someone when it's a when it's a pacer any which ways. So might as well go for that chance.
I don't know why this. I think it's such a. But the fact that PB can do this.
Oi! Was there any bat?
Oh,
Was there any bat?
that's 4 dot balls in a row. That's just 1 run off a second over. Renuka
Brilliant.
Singh Thakur is on it today. 24 runs by the end of 3 overs. 24 for 1 by the end of 3 overs.
Yep, happy to wipe the egg off my face because I was genuinely vociferously criticizing the Indian think tank for persisting with Renuka Singh Thakur. But yeah, she's proven me wrong. Happy to be proven wrong, and I hope she continues to prove me wrong in the next over as well, because in all likelihood we will see Renuka get 3 in the power
mostly,
play.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
If she's bowling this way with 2 left-handers in the crease, this is a goal mine.
100%. 100%.
Not a lot of swing, interestingly. We saw a couple balls swing in the first innings, maybe 1 or 2.
Here, there's not so much, definitely. It's only been movement off the surface. Meanwhile, Sachin says, yes, Akshay, no other option. But what happened to the likes of Titash? Her journey was cut short. I don't want any player to go through that. This was the next big thing, right?
Titash
Or
was the
Titash was the next big thing,
Yeah,
right?
we also made a video on her at that time calling her the next Julian Goswami.
Ooh.
A lot of promise.
Yeah, she's lost a lot of pace, that's true. Oh my word, they've gone to Shefali. Interesting.
I would have gone with
Yeah.
Kranti. Oh, Kranti, yeah, even Kranti didn't.
Oh,
well bowled.
slows.
You know, interestingly, so if you haven't checked out Women's Cricket Central, do that. It's in the link down below. I was seeing the discussion in the new video about how instead of Shefali, they should have Deepti starting out in the power play. I think a lot of people don't give enough credit to Shefali and the bowler she's turned out to be.
100%.
I think if she's bowling well in the power play, I don't see a reason why she can't be introduced ahead of Deepti in the power play.
I don't mind. I mean, I think we are. Yeah, it's sort of. Second, sorry. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot.
Oh, that's well fielded. Oh my God, that's really well done by Shefali. Good Lord, the Indian team are on it.
Nice to see
But
that.
it's about how consistently you can be on
You
it.
have to just keep doing this again and again because the Australian side need only a slight opening.
True.
And to your question, I agree. There's not a lot separating Shefali from Deepti, especially in the power play. But what I want to see is the lines she bowls to Mooney, because I would have personally wanted her to come over the wicket
Right.
and bowl a leg stump line, because this is something I've seen with Mooney, especially in the up top in the power play. She has a tendency to either step down the track or attempt her sweeps. These lines don't necessarily help with that because you're helping her cover the
Yeah.
entire line of the ball when you're bowling around the wicket. But when you come over the wicket, it's almost like a blind side. So, I mean, it's almost like you're blindsiding her
Yeah.
in some sense. So, if you hit those blind spots right, you can get those wickets. She tends to either hold it to mid-on, she tends to either slog sweep it or miss-time her slog sweep. So, those are things that you can target with someone like a Beth Mooney through an off-spinner.
For more of these discussions, subscribe to Women's Cricket Central. The link is in the description, so please go do that. Saili Sadgare and Kashmi Gautam was in the pipeline. She's just injured and she couldn't make it in the squad,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Oh, two
that's a
full. Well
full
done. Well
toss.
done. Did she see Phoebe step down the track and changed her line, or was she always looking to bowl full?
I thought that was a full toss.
Yeah, she was trying to bowl a
Okay, right,
Yorker,
right. Yeah,
but
fair,
erred
fair.
slightly.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she changed her line, because that's why it became a full toss, because she couldn't, change it properly, where she also nails the Yorker.
PB does this really well thing where she steps out really, really late. I feel like
Yeah.
she's one of those batters as compared to an average batter.
Nah,
Oh,
re.
that's-
Oh, that's a dot again. That's a lucky dot, to be honest.
That's true.
Phoebe is fuming.
Yeah.
You know that. 12 of 14.
14, yeah.
She's waiting to explode. Shelly Nishka, the coach, also knows that. They all know something's got to give in here.
That is true. I have a feeling Litchfield is going to walk out of a crease, just step
6
out.
or out. Not even for 6 or out is what I want to see.
Out.
This delivery alone.
He's very Ashwin-like batter. Ashwin being me. And if I was the batter, I would just walk out of the crease to blindly slog. And probably that's... Oh, oh my God!
Oh, slows it down! Oh, my
God.
word!
She reverse sweeps that.
Just 2 of the last overs. Harman and India have done a fantastic job, and smart, extremely smart from Shefali. Slowed it down completely. Loops the ball, gives absolutely nothing to work with for Phoebe Litchfield. And Phoebe had already given it away, given her cards away by switching her grip and attempting a reverse sweep. Unfortunately, there was no pace to work with, so she had to generate all the power by herself, but she couldn't.
That
2 overs,
is
2
true.
runs.
That's insane. What a comeback from the Indian team after the first 2 overs. I would hope Renuka continues.
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
would
she
hope
will,
she
she will.
continues her line and length. The Australian batters will take it on 100%, but I don't want her to move away from her plans because she's been executing that really, really well. Richard, oh yeah. 12 balls, 2 runs conceded. Exactly. Run rate has dropped from 11.2 in the first to 6.25. Renuka Singh does continue. That will be straight to the fielder. That's
Sri
not.
Charni. Oh, cuts it off. Cuts
Kranti
it off.
cuts
Kranti
it
God,
off.
apologies, not Sri
Oh
Charni.
my
Yeah,
god.
that didn't go to her at all, right?
No, it didn't.
All right, all right.
She cuts it off well, and that's 2 runs of the first. You know, Beth Mooney is going to take the attack to the opposition.
Yeah.
You know, the second Phoebe Litchfield is on, it's going to be all cinema. But for now, the Beth Mooney is going to play classical knock, but she's going to attack.
No, now both of them will look to attack because they've only scored 2 runs of the last 12 balls, and including this shoe, they've scored only 4 of the last 13 balls. So
True.
they need a few under their belt. And okay, let's see what does Renuka do here.
Hopefully, she continues with her line, and that's what she does.
That's a 4.
Well, that's a slog.
That's a slog.
Yeah,
that's a swipe.
Yeah, that's a swipe over mid wicket for a 4. I don't think the Indian team should be too upset about this. The Australians are taking their chances.
Yeah.
That wasn't a line and length to particularly play that shot. It's what you would do to get away. I mean, down the leg side, probably, maybe. But I don't think the Indian team should be too upset. I think they should continue sticking to their plans. This was almost there down around the leg stump to play that shot. Renuka Singh Thakur shouldn't be too disappointed. Keep it outside the off stump. That's exactly what Richa Ghosh is showing too. 4 more deliveries for this
Take it
over.
across, Mooney. Across, better. Well done.
Oh,
well
that's
done.
good field placement. They have a backward
Yeah,
point.
backward point, and short third.
Yeah, and so close to each other. That's also because they have a deep point, which is now deep covers. Deep
No, I think
sweeper
it's still
covers.
deep point only, na?
I think Krantika after that
Oh,
dismissal,
okay.
she was
They
moved
changed.
a bit.
Fine. Yeah, because I mean that is Mooney's Mooney's apologies
Beth
for that.
Mooney became Booney.
Yeah. But yeah, that is Mooney's hotspot. She
Yeah.
tries to access that region a lot. So fair enough. Well done
Good
on them trying.
homework.
Yeah. Plugging that gap and also bowling to their fields importantly. Once again, just keep taking it across Mooney over here.
If I was Beth Mooney here, I'd probably walk across the crease. Oh, my God,
man.
that's a bad ball.
Barely past the leap. I mean, the leaping fielder there I want to say short fan, but that wasn't short fan. It was more like short long leg.
Yeah, I think
Who
that was
was it?
Yastika Bhatia, if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
then okay.
That
No
would-
expectations at all.
I-
That was a slow one, and that was like, I don't know, 50 kilometers per hour. That was incredibly slow.
Oh, no, that's Sri
Shefali?
Charini. That's
Oh, Sri Charini. I
yeah.
knew it was someone with short hair. Oh, almost got it right, though. Almost got it right. A sheepish smile there for Renuka Singh Thakur. 10 runs already conceded here of the first 4 deliveries. 2 more to go. What does she have up her sleeve over here?
Oh, that's yet another pull shot. Oh, to a deep mid-wicket fielder. So that's just a single. That's a decent delivery.
Where's
if you have
Yastika?
fielder.
She's not...
deep, short third.
Okay, like
Yeah.
the ball's not got to
Yeah,
even
short
once
third
yet.
because the ball before this they zoomed out and she was
Oh.
in short third. So, oh no, thank God for that. Well, last ball of the 5th over. After this, we will have a change in commentary. Praatibh will be joining in. 37 for 1. It's 36 for 1. Well, I know what the score is
Hey,
going to be.
now so do I. Steps down the track. Yeah, just hits it straight to deep square. Jemmy there doing the cleaning up duties. Single taken. 12 runs of the over. 37 for 1 after 5. And we're back on.
Hello. What have you made of the innings so far? I
आप
want
बताइए
to say,
पहले. We've been watching it live.
I want to say honors even. I think Australia would have wanted to be in a better position and not have lost that wicket, but they've recovered decently after especially going for getting just 2 runs of those 12 balls in between. Just a little bit of the pressure being released in this over because they're still going at 7+ somehow.
I mean, they've scored 35 of the other 3 overs, so that's
Yeah.
helped. Shefali continuing. I want to see Shefali. Does she keep bowling slow? Slow again. Phoebe smashes the living daylights out of this. That's a 6. That's hit the boundary cushion on the flush, on the full. Oh, that's a 6 for sure. Once again, slowed it up, but this time Phoebe Litchfield was up to the task. She was waiting for the ball, and she steps down the track, goes straight down the ground, clears the infield, and hits a 6 in the long off region.
Yeah, this is going to make Phoebe Litchfield feel a lot better because she was the one who was accumulating dots, was not able to get the balls away. You could see the frustration building up. It had to go either way. Shifali change in
Oh,
angle.
full in straight.
Ooh, that's
Oh,
she's got
she
a little
got
bit
bad.
of bat
I thought that
on
was
that.
just bad.
Yeah, no, I think she's got a little bit of bat onto pad. We'll see what the umpire's signal is on that one. It's leg by, so just through the pad is gone, and they'll get a couple of runs. Sneak in a leg by there.
So 8 runs already, and this won't be easy. This won't be easy for Shafali. 45 for 1, 5.2. Australia have already more than made up, to be honest. India
Yeah.
scored 43 in their power play. Oh, switch it! Oh, she still manages to generate enough power to clear the fielder at backward point. Yeah, but
Oh.
still not enough to go to the boundary. 2 runs still taken. Was this in the 60s?
Yeah,
Did you see this
100%. No, they didn't show the speed, but yeah, like Shifali is doing a really good job.
Look at the
Absolutely
ball. She
slowing
had
it
to
up.
wait an eternity there.
Yeah,
Oof.
that's really slow.
Oh, 51
oh
did it
my
say?
god! I think it said 51, if I'm not wrong.
Oh my
Chat,
word.
chat, can you let us know how slow that was? Because sheesh.
Well done. Varying the pace beautifully over here, Shafali. Fortunately, already 10 runs conceded. So, yeah.
Yeah. 10 runs of the first 4, but Shifali is beautifully varying pace.
I have a stat for y'all. In this World Cup, Australia have the best strike rate in the middle phase. That's over 7 to 15. They strike at 154. The next best is 144, and that's England.
Damn.
Not surprised
Not
at
surprised,
all.
yeah.
Wait, the mic was on, right? Ah, perfect. So you guys heard this stat. That's incredible from Australia, but not so surprising because you know what this Australian lineup can do with 11 batters at their disposal.
Yeah, they can just keep going hell for leather, which is also why I don't think it really bothers them to have had 12 or 2 runs of just 12
Ooh,
balls. Once
again.
again, pace up 96.
Oof,
So this is a good-
incredible.
Yeah, we've seen pace differential of 30 to 40 kilometers per hour within this over. I think that's brilliant from Shefali. That's also the power play ending at 49 for 1. Australia is still going over 8s. India need to regroup just a little bit.
100% in all likelihood. I think Kranti Kaut might get in over here or else DP. That has to be.
Hmm.
I'm also surprised. Oh, okay. I can see why Sri Chani has not gotten in over because of. But
Yeah.
the plans that I was talking about, you know, with Shafali Verma coming over the wicket to Moni, I think that's something that even Sri Chani can try and execute from around the wicket because she's slow left armer. And also about the. Pace differential you were talking about.
Yeah.
There's only one other spinner in India that I've seen who has the ability or who possesses the ability to do something like that, and that's Sanskriti. Again, a
Right.
fantastic off spinner. Unfortunately, hasn't gotten a lot of opportunities for Mumbai Indians, but
Yeah.
please watch out for her. Like, I really hope she gets her due for Team India. A gun all rounder, excellent fielder, left hand batter, very aggressive, great technique. A beautiful off spinner. She's an off spinner's delight because she varies pace. She's also someone who's crafty with her angles. Lovely action. She's got a lot going for her, but yeah, just a slight digression because it's a drinks break.
Fair.
What, 49 for 1? So how
49
much
for
do
1.
they need? 122 of the
Yeah,
last
122
14
of the
overs.
last 14.
8.5-ish.
Yeah, there's still a clip to maintain. I think if they keep going like this, and they can very easily keep going like this, it is their game. For India, literally the only way is to pick wickets because you can't restrict this side. The only way you can stop this Australian juggernaut is by getting wickets and getting them all out, or at least close.
Who do you go for next?
Yeah, it has to be either Deepthi or Kranti would be interesting. I know she did go for a few runs. Sri Charani also possibly is an option, but I'll possibly want to get her into. I think the Indians, as you said, might be a little hesitant because of
I think
Mooney
it
and
is
Litchfield
Deepthi.
being
It
out.
will be Deepthi. It won't
Yeah.
be Kranti. Kranti
Yeah.
is only because 7th over usually is a relatively low key over, so it's important to just sort of give Kranti some confidence. I just hope it's not someone like a Radha Yadav. I mean, not right now.
Right. That could go south very quickly.
Vidic.
Well, free brand shout out. Easy times. But yeah, 49 for 1. 122 is the equation of 84 deliveries. Dhanuka is the only one who's turned up with a wicket so far. India will have to find a way to get more wickets. I don't know where it's coming from. Let's see also who the next bowler is for the 7th over. We have the inquisitive doctor says Australia have the advantage. We needed at least 2 wickets in the power play. Fair. I mean, it is a wickets game at the end of the day. Sri
Sri
Charani
Charani,
into
this
the attack.
Nice. I am happy with this because she's been there in form bowler. She's also the highest wicket taker even now, as things stand, if I'm
Yeah.
not wrong, with 12 or 13 scalps. 12, I won't.
12 scalps, I think. But this is an attacking move from India because seeing how they've been making decisions through the tournament, Deepti Sharma just seemed like an option they would go for. But this is an attacking option. Now, it's up to the Australian batters who I want to see how they play her. Do they go for the attack or are they happy to play her 4 overs out? Well, I think I have my answer. Beth Mooney stepped out the first ball, hit it into the gap, and they'll just get a single there.
I was really hoping she comes around the wicket.
Hmm.
It's interesting that she's chosen to come over the
Oh,
wicket.
yeah.
Right, yeah. 12 scabs, highest
12 it
wicket
is.
taker, 1 ahead of Fatima, 2 ahead of Matthews, 8 is what Eccleston and Molyneux are at. Litchfield on strike once again. They ran. Oh, they ran just one. I
Just
thought
one.
they ran. Oh, that's
They
surprising.
ran just one.
All right, time to build some pressure. Oh,
catch that! Oh,
Did she get some bat though? I don't
don't
think there was
know,
any
I
bat,
don't know,
and
but
there was definitely not an LBW.
they just need the ball
okay.
regardless.
I don't think there was any bat involved any which ways.
Oh, there was bat.
yeah?
I think there was a top edge.
I mean, yeah, toe end laga shayad. Not sure.
But yeah, you can see the Australians' intentions
Oh,
are very clear.
catch!
What a beautiful
Oh,
shot.
lovely,
Over
man.
covers inside out. She's not got all of it. But that should be
2.
a couple of runs. Well. Going against the turn, going against the run of play. I think the plan is clear. Australia want to dominate this Sri Sharani matchup as much as they can. They don't want her to settle because she can pick up wickets for the Indian team.
Because she is their best bowler. They know that
Yeah.
if she's taken for runs, then the Indian morale will go down. What they do? Let's see what they do. Oh, nah.
Litchfield's attempted a lot of switch.
Hey, run out!
Chance of a run out!
Oh,
Oh.
they should have thrown it to the batter's end.
That's probably the wrong end. That's probably the wrong end.
Who was the fielder there? Please tell me it's not Yastika. Because it was short fine. That's the only reason I'm saying. I have enough reason to fault her. I don't want. And I think that was a definite run out
That
chance.
was a
Had it been
chance.
thrown to the keeper's
That
end.
was a chance, sure. Yeah, we'll have to see on the replay how close this actually was. Well, 99 for innovation is what Phoebe Litchfield gets
I
on the
just don't
skill
understand
scale.
what's the basis. Like I'm all for gamifying stuff, but it has
With
to
logic.
make sense.
Yeah. Just a single down to deep mid-mid.
Once again, I'll say the same thing. This angle it's a very defensive angle. Taking wickets would be difficult from this angle is what I feel.
I think it also has to do with that being the longer side of the ground is what I want to say, because even for Litchfield, she is trying to switch hit, which
and
means there is
attack.
nobody deep on the offside, and that might be the smaller boundary. Indians are happy to have them hit towards the leg side where the boundaries are long.
For sure.
Hits it. This is
What?
a good shot, but let's go.
What wicket that
Sri Charani does it once again, gets the wicket. All important. Phoebe Litchfield departs.
And an Indian fielder takes a catch.
Yeah, they are chuffed to bits yet
Well,
again.
well.
Once again, an important breakthrough that Phoebe Litchfield was arguably the most important batter to dismiss. I mean, to be dismissed because you know that she can take the game away from you in no time. But unfortunately, she took a lot of time and a lot of delivery. Tonight did not look at her fluent best. 24 of 25 is what she has to depart with. A much needed breakthrough and important catch taken there by Smriti Mandana. I know was a fairly straightforward chance, but credit where credit is due.
It
We've
is due.
seen 7-8 drop catches in the last 2 games, so I'll take
Yeah.
everything that comes our way. Quote unquote, our is what I say while describing India. So all you folks there, I'm backing Team India tonight. But Sri Charani once again starts off in first over and she
Yeah.
gets a wicket.
Yeah, it's something that we had to watch out for, right? Which way was it going to go? Was she going to triumph with a wicket, or were the Australians going to dominate that? Had that gone just a little over the fielder, that would have been a 6. It could have changed the complete trajectory of her spell and the innings, but it's turned out to be a wicket. Also at a very crucial point and a very crucial batter as well. Having said that, we now still have good batters to walk in.
Yeah, Perry, then Gardner, then comes Nicola Carey,
Yeah.
Georgia Wareham, Sophie Molyneux,
Sutherland. There's
Oh,
just
Sutherland, I
there's
forgot
so many
Sutherland.
batters.
Kim
in this
Garth,
side.
and Lucy Hamilton to
Yeah.
boot.
Yeah.
Only so many wickets. That's it.
Just
8 more
need
wickets.
Charani to get an 8 for here. A beautiful 8 for will set things up
No,
beautifully.
She has to get a 9 first. She has to get 8 more
Oh,
wickets.
one wicket somebody else
Or
will take.
someone else. All right.
Run out.
Yeah,
It
that'll
is
be
now
nice.
into the attack. It is important for India spinners over here to maintain control and pressure from both ends. It cannot be Sri Charani creating pressure from one end and bowlers from the other end just releasing it. Oh, I like this. This is the line I wanted versus Mooney. This
Negative
is exactly
line.
what I wanted.
Chance of oh, that was close. Mooney a little tentative there, and we've spoken about this time and again on comms how we wanted Deepti Sharma to stick to negative line. It's what has got her a lot of wickets in the tournament, irrespective of the batting hand, and she started off exactly in that fashion. Maybe they've been following our videos, who knows? But yeah, happy to see India making a lot of right calls.
Beth Mooney also, once again, steps down the track. We know that these lines, that's usually how she tries to attack. Ooh. And like the pace as well, 78 flicks. She's slowing it up, not giving any pace to work with whatsoever. Come on, man. It's a straightforward catch. This is like the fifth time they're showing this as if it's some other world. I mean, what's it called? There's a term. Worldy or something. Someone calls it like as if it's an incredible catch. It's a straightforward catch. I know she is. I'll do that.
Yeah, go for it.
Right. All right, Diksha says, holding my breath. Let's go, India. Get this one. Meanwhile, Meghna Saxena, new person in the chat.
Seen her before, I want to say, but
all right.
thanks
Next
for joining.
over, Deepti is what she asks. Well, there you go. Your question's been answered.
Perry pulls the first ball. It's up in the air in the gap, and that will be a boundary. That was a little close for comfort there.
But yeah, you know Perry, once again, she's someone who attacks the long on cow corner region a lot. But yeah, first ball is not something India would have thought she'll go for. Not a bad delivery. Well done on Perry's part. Gauge the length very quickly. Rocks back and pulls it with great disdain. Yeah, past Chani who had no chance to cutting it off.
There's a good comment from Inquisitive Doctor. I'll read it after this ball.
That was an arm ball, by the way. The drifter as well. So interesting choice by Deepti. Offie.
Lights it. She steps out.
Oh, I
Deepti's
thought
got
we
a
got it.
hand to it, but that'll just be a
Oh, I
single
like
down
that.
to
They have
long
a very
off.
straight long
Straightish,
off.
yeah.
Which is smart because Elise Perry is someone who attacks the long on cow corner region.
Yeah.
They have a straight long off and they have a long on which is
Wideish
more
long on.
squarer, more wider. So smart. I like this. Well done.
Inquisitive Doctor says Litchfield has compensated for Smriti's innings. Ironically, Smriti is the one who takes her catch. Who goes for the sweep? Is it in the gap? No, it isn't. It's just down to deep square for a single. Tidy over so far, 7 off.
But
It's
it
still.
shouldn't be more than
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be more than. Has to be a dot.
Sankit says these two are Australia's most informed batters.
On Litchfield, I mean, you saw the damage she did versus South Africa.
Yeah.
But fair enough.
Oh, that's a
bad ball.
poor delivery. I
He's telling
think
us
she'll
not
get away with it. Yeah, but that's not the delivery you want to be bowling.
Prema's on
Deepti
the
Sharma.
field.
Well, who's off?
Yastika.
Maybe. Well, India realizing where they need to plug
Then
their
what is
gaps.
the point of Yastika in the 11? ना तो आपको बैटिंग देनी है ना तो आपको फील्डिंग करानी है तो फिर करने क्या आई है दिस इज बिजार genuinely
Well.
bizarre, but I get it.
I don't get
After
it.
the
I don't get
monologue.
it at all.
No, I get it as in even I would hide her if I had the chance.
Oh yeah, that's,
so simple.
that's fair.
Which is what, so she's there in the 11 for a very specific role.
Power
If-
play
yeah,
bashing.
Yeah, if India loses a wicket in the power play, she goes in. Wow, what a bizarre number 3 to have, right? A number 3 who can only bat in the power play. Wow.
Yeah, it's something that they will have to discuss in the long term. There's no way they're winning a tournament like this, right? But yeah, it could be famous last words from me.
Oh. We'll get to see the best of Hollywood soon, but before that, let's come back to the World Cup. 62 for 2 at the end of 8 overs is what the scorecard reads. Sri Chani continuing from the other end. Oh,
Ooh,
nice
that's well
ball. Hits it
balled.
uppishly. The long on region.
Yeah, dude. Like we have to also credit where due talk about Sri Charani. She's just been an absolute asset to this Indian side ever since she's made her debut. Basically, she just found a way to always get wickets, mixing her lengths up, her angles up as well, and just the kind of rev she gets on the ball, just brilliant to watch.
Absolutely brilliant. And what's really impressed me this time around is her accuracy, because she's come up with different specific plans for batters, and almost each time she's won those matchups. Oh, we see some South African fans are watching this game with a lot of intent.
Steps out and just another single too long on. I think Australia seem to be in a place where they're happy now to just tick on or just rotate strike against Sri Charani, which also would be the fair option. I wonder if Perry goes for the attack at some point against Charani specifically. I know she is going to be taking on the other bowlers. Do you think there will be a need?
She does long on. Like, Chani will have to bowl slightly more fuller and tell Perry, oh, nice. I like the length, not the line.
Oh,
so
that's a
much.
misfield. And she's found the gap. That was a perfectly decent delivery, but Perry doing Perry things. I think that's Prema Rawat with the misfield, and that's off to the cover boundaries. Pressure has been released.
Once again, like I was saying, that is not the line you'll have to bowl. If everyone is inside the ring on the offside, you just can't give any room whatsoever to Perry, for Perry to work with. And you just have to make her play on the leg side. I once again wonder if the leg side is the longer side of the boundary from this end, which is why they have boundary riders on that side of the field. But yeah, you have to bowl straighter. Yeah, much better.
How was that? Ooh.
That was close.
Yeah, that was worth a shot. Indians not
Was there
even going
bat?
up. Was there bat? Possibly. The Indians didn't even appeal. Or
Yeah,
they were
Richa has just. It wasn't.
Was that going down leg?
I mean, it could be, but I thought it was a lot more closer.
For sure.
That
Have to
was
see
extremely lukewarm.
A replay of that. But yeah, this is good.
But yeah, that line
Compelling.
is good. No.
Oh, not that again. She's lucky she's gotten away with it. Oh,
Deepti's
Deepti's
once again
rocket
going
arm.
for those throws. Yeah, Richa's hands will be taking a beating tonight.
it's okay. Needed.
I want to watch that replay, man, because it looked really close.
Yeah. Chat, let us know if there was bat. Maybe you heard it on mic, on stump mic.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
steps
I like
out
this.
again, and
I like
she's-
this. Exactly. See?
That's a good
Straighter
over.
lines and it becomes difficult. Good end to the over. Three dot balls and just 6 runs coming off of it. 68 for 2, 9 overs.
Yeah.
50-50-ish.
Yeah, I'd say 50-50. I think India will be happy with their position. Australia might be a little disappointed. They would have wanted a little more runs. Yeah, I think at the end of 10 overs, Australia would have preferred around 80-85. That just
sure,
puts
I
them in a
agree.
comfortable position.
What were they at the end of the power play? I want to say 45.
Yeah, around 49.
49.
Yeah.
So just 19 of the last 3 overs, including the wicket of PB Litchfield. So
Pressure.
this over, Deepti Sharma, please, Deepti, like just get your lines right, please.
Sachin, thanks for that. He says it's an inside edge.
God.
Fair enough. Yeah, the inquisitive doctor also says this match is in the Mooney Perry zone. Them batting till the 13th, 14th over will ensure Australia's victory.
Catch!
It's gone straight up in the air.
It's a top edge towards long off. Long on catches. Not high. Yadav finally holds on to a catch. And boy, oh boy, are they pleased with it. We see Shikhar Dhawan and Anushka Sharma in the stands. I did not know they were there. An excellent wicket this. Once again, we spoke about Deepti Sharma coming over the wicket. How those lines tend to help a bowling negative lines off. Leg stump, middle and leg is what tends to work with Beth Mooney. That's exactly what she's done. And that's exactly what Beth Mooney has done. And Radha Yadav, well done, well done.
How poetic it is that Radha Yadav finally holds on to a chance, and you can see the elation. You can see the players embracing her in a hug. It's been a tough couple of games for her in the field, but this is why you play for the team. This is what gets your juices flowing. 68 for 3 and 9.1. Australia, something to worry about at this point.
I did not see this coming. I'll be honest. I mean, as much as I've admitted that I'm supporting Team India, I genuinely did not see Australia being 68 for
100%.
3 and 9.1 against this Indian bowling attack, because we've spoken about how that seems to be the weaker suit. We spoke about how Australia would fancy their chances chasing.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've somehow, despite coming all guns blazing, lost 3 wickets and not scored enough runs. So yeah, very happy. I think now India finally at parity is what I'll say. 50-50 is what I'll say. Because
Yeah.
again, don't let the scorecard fool you. Australia
100%.
has 11 batters. Please keep that in mind. This is not a conventional batting lineup. They've still got at least 4 gun batting options remaining in the hut. So please hold on to your hopes.
Wee.
Full and straight, dot ball. Well done. Let's keep the pressure building. Let's keep the pressure building.
79 clicks. Deepti maintaining that 70-ish pace. And yeah, I wonder if she should be coming round the wicket now to Gardner. But I think they won't go for that because of the fact that that side's possibly smaller.
Yeah. Next side will be smaller,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
That's true.
Wee.
But now Sri Chani
Correct
becomes
single.
even more crucial in the next 2 overs. And I hope Sri Chani just is given 4 overs on the trot. If she gets
Yes.
even 1 more wicket, that'll be important. Very happy with this.
What
The
a
way
good
it
time
worked
to
out,
get a wicket.
beautifully done.
Yeah.
Nandakumar says Deepti Sharma becomes the highest wicket taker in international cricket.
Oh,
Steps out. That's a
Perry.
beautiful shot from Perry, but
Oh,
not finding the
well
gap.
done, Radha. That's actually a very good fielding effort there from Radha Yadav. Once again, the ball bounced very close to her. It was very difficult for her to gauge the pace bounce of the ball. Well done. She tracked it well and caught it. I mean, fielded it. Like,
Yeah.
genuinely well done. Ah, nice.
Oh,
Slows
it up
down. Early
even
70s,
further.
late 60s, I'm going to
Yeah,
say.
yeah. 74. Yeah. Looked a lot slower than 74, to be honest, but yeah.
Not bad. Only 3 runs coming of this over so far. When you add the 3 dot balls of the last over, so the last 8 balls have yielded only 3 runs and a wicket. Once again, the pressure slowly creeping up on Australia. Arm ball, full and straight. Only a single taken. 72 for 3 at the end of 10 overs. Australia need one shy of 100 in the last 10 overs to bounce India out of the competition. And of course, we'll have Aswin joining us very soon. And today.
We're back. We're back live, lads. We're back live. All right. What a fantastic time to be an Indian fan because India Australia matches are always very, very exciting. And this match seems to be yet another one. Chat, you guys have been very, very active. Nand Kumar, 10 overs, 99 runs. Radha switched on indeed. Anamika asks, is Megra not playing today?
Oh,
He
Radha
isn't playing
Yadav
today.
into the attack for the 11th over. Chance of a run
Oh,
out.
chance! Oh my God!
Oh, a slightly better throw, a slightly more accurate throw would have made that interesting. And the Indian team seems switched on. Australia feeling the heat.
They have one left-arm spinner replacing another. I don't know if this is the best move, to be honest. I would have continued with Sricharani, but
Possibly.
Radha Yadav looks pumped up. She's taken those catches. She's feeling well today. She knows she's good at her job, and her spell will be very, very crucial, knowing how expensive she has been the last couple of times she's played for India across formats. That's second ball, a little short and wide, gets away with it straight to Harmanpreet Kaur is what I want to say. Ash Gardner, only four balls she has faced so far. Looks a bit rusty.
Yeah, but that's the thing with Ash Gardner. She just can catch up, and this is almost, I want to say, a situation where she would pride herself in getting the job done.
Oh, steps out, slows it up. This
Gets
is
an
what we've
edge.
been talking about with Radha Yadav. Varying her pace, and that's exactly what he does, and exactly what she does in the third delivery.
It's like they've binged all of our videos.
True.
Well,
Taking on the pitches, I don't know who taught these fielders to turn before throwing. Yeah, I don't know where it comes from. I've only seen us Indians do it, to be honest. Like, even age group.
that's well ball
Good
from Radha yet
lord.
again. Pulling her length slightly behind, seeing that Perry might charge forward. This is good stuff from India.
79 kilometers per hour. Slow. She's wearing a pace well for the first 4 deliveries. Let's see what happens if the Australians decide to attack her.
Steps
Oh,
out yet
steps out.
again. Oh, it's in the
Through
gap
the
this
gap.
time, and that will be a much needed boundary. From time to time, Perry's just able to release the pressure with that one boundary. India need to be a little mindful. Not much that they could have done there, but it is what it is.
Well, we will now see a sweeper cover go out because I think a square leg is coming back in or someone from the leg side is coming in and you will see a sweeper cover or a deep cover go out. Anamika says Elise Perry is dangerous praying for a wicket. She is quite dangerous, especially in the middle. She's been quite prolific in the tournament. She steps out once again straight to the deep covers fielder. The change that has been. That's 7 runs off the over, not the worst over for the Indian team. They'll take it happily 79 for 3 by the end of 11 overs. Oh, who do you see comes to bowl next?
Oh, I wonder if they just continue with Deepthi or Shifali
true.
might be an interesting option. Or do they
Shifali-
bring back Kranti for an over?
Yeah.
Australia needs 92 runs to win from 9 overs. They still need to go at a clip of 10 at least. Over.
Yeah, that's true. I would maybe just continue with Deepthi, have one of the spinners at least. Well,
I mean, spinners so far
43 for 2 in 7 overs. So they've gone at a shade above 6 runs per over. Pacers have gone at 9 per over, 36 and therefore. So
Right.
fair to say, I think we've
Might have seen-
we've seen the last of pace tonight. We'll just see India bowl 9 overs of spin. It is Shefali back into
Right
the
on
attack.
cue.
Shefali's back at it. Oh,
That's well balled.
yeah. Perry makes she goes back to a bullish delivery. They're very very risky. First time the run rate is above 10.2. Above 10.2 or is it 10 point? But above 10. Attendance 27,000 people at Lords, the home of cricket, like a lot of people say. Shefali again, bowling well. It's a bit short, but you have the fielders right in the boundary for that ball, anyways. Not the
Oh, that's
worst
a little bit from
delivery.
his field.
Highest ever attendance for a women's T20 World Cup
Whoa.
group stage match ever. 27,000. What a fantastic times to be. What a fantastic time to be a women's cricket fan, my God.
Lovely. I like what India are doing with their spinners. They're all happy to sort of speed down, which is clearly.
Oh, that's an
Ow.
outside edge. And Renuka Singh
Lovely.
Thakur covers that well enough. She didn't power that shot, which
Yeah.
is also why it didn't really fly through the outfield. 3 runs of the first 3 deliveries. Well, India's going well.
Yeah.
The Australian will need to take
Some
risks.
risks. Yeah, for sure. Ooh, this one slightly quicker, fired in a bit. But yeah, that's the thing with bowling slightly slow. Not only are you going to confuse the batters, giving them a little extra time, but they also have to make their own power or generate their own power to get the balls away to the boundary.
I think this is the first time that Win Predictor is saying India is going to win 63%.
Well.
Anamika says missing Shriyanka. That's true. She's also gotten out. Elise Perry out. Before
Oh, she's
that's
found the
true.
gap on that. That's brilliant batting.
Arre,
Oh, that's somehow well fielded by Kranti at point, and they'll get a couple of runs.
dude,
Ooh,
that could have whacked her face when and
yeah, that could have. She sees the funny side of it because it's not turned out nasty. 6 runs of 5 deliveries, and Shefali is actually bowling an absolute gem over here.
yeah, 17 runs of 2.5 overs. That's 6 runs per over. She's doing a job in a run chase that requires more than 8.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, requires more than 8.
All 8.5s.
Damn, that was direct
throw.
hit. Who threw that? Deepti Sharma, of course. Oh, I think
Kranti.
Kranti. She
Kranti, yeah.
still threw it.
Ooh, steps out. Oh, that's so
That's so
incredibly
slow.
slow from Shefali. Beautiful stuff. You can see the batters are just not comfortable with the ball coming that slow.
And this is where you remember the wrist spinner. Poonam Yadav?
Poonam Yadav,
Yeah, wrist spinner. The flight, the slowness.
Loop.
The loop where the batters could have read a book and slept and woke up and the ball would have still been here. She's successful though. She's got a lot of wickets. A lot of people would think that she was dropped prematurely. If you look at her record, it's quite impressive. Well,
She was also instrumental when India last
Beat Australia.
defeated Australia in a World Cup game. So yeah,
there you go. Not in the T20 World Cup.
in the
The
T20
T20
World
yeah,
Cup,
the
yeah, not ODI, of
Yeah.
course.
Well, there you go. What a comeback of a player. Radha Yadav continues. That's Ash Gardner steps out, over covers for a beautiful boundary. No risk at all. That reaches the pitch of the ball, just stepping out of the crease and playing spin 101. She does everything right technically, reaches the pitch of the ball, hits it over covers for a risk-free boundary and breaks the shackles for Australia.
And this-
They will need more of this.
More of this, and this is where the challenge will be for Radha, right? She started off well. She's gone for a boundary of the first ball. Does that make her deviate from the plans that she has set in place? Does she try and fire it in quicker?
She does
Exactly
fire
like
it in
that, and
quicker.
that is the problem. That is a 6 from Ashley Gardner. This is what she can do, and this is what we have to be mindful of, especially as Radha Yadav is bowling this over. We've talked about her pace variation not being there. We've talked about how she fires it in, tends to do that when she's getting hit for runs. Take a cue from the other spinners in the Indian team. Just give it a little bit of air. Give the batter some time.
Yeah, Meghna says momentum can shift anytime. That is very, very true. Unfortunately, with Radha Yadav bowling, you're playing a very high risk game as a bowling unit. Fortunately, I don't like saying this about any bowler. Like Praatibh said, her weighting her pace is almost redundant. She doesn't do it at all, and we saw that in the second delivery with 6. Let's see how she turns up the third delivery.
Slightly
Again,
slower. Ooh, nearly carrying back to Radha. That'll give her a little bit of confidence. But yeah, already 10 off this over. Australia getting a little bit of impetus going. And yeah, like don't be surprised. Oh, still 95. Did that hold in the pitch just a little bit?
maybe, but
Still
the fact that she's
bloody
firing
quick.
it in,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, this one's flight.
And I think that is straight to the fielder. Fact.
Lucky.
Well, at least she's trying to vary her pace. Radha Yadav doesn't necessarily ever try to flight the ball, but she tried to do that. Either that or the ball just slipped out of hand.
I mean, the first over that she started off with a couple of deliveries in the 70s, and we thought good to see, but yeah, straight away change of plans.
Oh, that short and wide.
Oh.
That's cut in front of point for yet another boundary. I think that was Harman in short covers giving some slack to Deepti Sharma there for not attempting to go for it. And I think that's exactly what's happening. She's just surprised that why didn't Deepti attempt to go for it. I don't know if she could have or could she.
I don't think it would have made a difference. This was very well hit and in the gap. Perry's got a lot of runs through that region.
I mean, yeah,
already.
that's bisecting the fielders for a four.
Perfectly. Come on, yaar. No, there is no way to come on for that. That's a boundary any day. Flights it. Steps out and just gets. Oh, that's in the gap as well, but they'll
that's
get a
2
couple
runs.
of runs. Wow.
This is a very expensive over for the Indian team, getting, I want to say, 10,
16,
17 runs
17.
off this over. Thank you, Akshay and Praatibh, for after this I left. But yeah, Radha Yadav will be disappointed. Not the most impressive over.
Hmm.
It's not the over that the Indian team would have wanted. The Australians would grab this with both hands, to be honest. But yeah, Radha Yadav is a weakness still in terms of she's a weakness in the bowling lineup, but she also has a weakness of not being able to do anything apart from firing it quick like a medium pacer.
That's 102 for 3 at the end of 13 overs. So we have 7 overs to go and about 70 runs, 69 runs to win. So, yeah, run rate wise, Australia's actually got it down because of that big over. It was in the 10s and now it'll be down to around 9,
Yeah.
8, 9s.
We should hope to see the Deep. Oh, shit, right. Deepti Sharma. Well,
Should hope to see Deepti and hoped well.
if you have Deepti Sharma from this end and Sri Charini from the other, and have 2 quad overs where 2 overs you're giving away just 14 runs, the run rate is up again. You have 1 over from each of the bowlers still remaining. You can still do quite a bit with the remaining bowlers as well. Hopefully, that's what the Indian fielders also think. That's a low full toss, straight to long on, straight to Radha Yadav.
Yeah, I don't think Radha gets another over from here. It simply just feels like too big a gamble. I'd rather trust Shefali at this point with that 4th over. So that's something India will have to look at. And if they're only looking to bowl spinners, then it might be a little bit of a problem.
Anamika says the momentum has almost shifted. Well, it sure has. 67 of 40 is very, very gettable. But few overs that almost. Oh, that's
Going for 2, and that is very easily, comfortably made in the end.
2 good overs from the Indian team can also change the momentum here. It's still I mean, anyone's game. To be fair, it's a bit towards Australia, but a wicket here would quickly change things around. Hope that's if we get a wicket. 38 of 26, the 4th wicket partnership, 5th wicket partnership.
Steps out yet again. It'll just be a single down to long on. So we've actually seen a couple of low full tosses this over. It turns out to be a decent enough option that the Australians have not been able to put away. Deepti is also happy to ball that slightly slow delivery. Do you think you'd want to see her coming round the wicket? And
I do want to see that. That's what got the wicket in the first place. I do, even against Pakistan, the 5 wickets she got, it was a lot to do with her. Oh, Perry lofts that. Oh, in the gap for
that's well done by
maybe
Radha.
2 runs.
Gets rid of it quickly.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of success in this World Cup. The has come around the wicket, and I don't know why she's in doing that more often. But Perry is playing really, really well. She's playing with the field. She's hitting the gaps, not really taking a lot of risks, getting those singles and doubles. She's constantly ticking the scoreboard, and that's what's important for Australia. From their perspective, that's the last ball.
Oh, that's
Oh,
extremely lucky. There's a 3rd full toss in the over, and she's not found a fielder. Yastika Bhatia is back on. 86 kilometers. Tried to fire it in. I think she's missed her length on that. But yes, very, very seamlessly has gone on to 32 of just 23. That will also be drinks.
And that the run rate has gone above 10 once again. And Abul Majumdar.
Let's go.
Mazumdar calling all the fielders for a huddle where he will give a team talk. And hopefully that team talk inspires the Indians. And hopefully we win. And hopefully we campaign and reach the final and beat Australia once again. World Cup champions for the very first time in the where we are back-to-back World Cup champions.
Proceeds to see the next over go for 20. Prize in pillow.
Should be said, sometimes my mind plays not to think so positively. Well, that's all of us. A lot of three of us in this room at this point do that. We don't think positively at all unless you're Akshay supporting Australia. Then you might
Have no expectation. A great thumb rule for
Techie
life.
on the pitch. My oh my.
This is opening.
Stokes is opening for England. He's done this once before. And the fact that this is his last test match, he might just want to finish it for England. Good on Ben Stokes. He was also dropped on one, by the way. So let's just keep that in mind. So it might just be Stokes' day. What a poetic way to finish off. He's playing against New Zealand. He's from New Zealand. He has a New Zealand coach on his side. He has the bowling coach who's also from New Zealand. Very, very poetic. And he's finishing off as an England captain in England. Wow. What else do you want as a player? After punching someone, I mean, I don't know, allegedly. I don't know what he actually did last week. If any pacer bowls 25 plus runs is confirmed, says Anamika.
To be fair, we have the one Renuka over which will go well.
Yeah, if Renuka Singh Thakur, it'll be interesting what he does without the ball moving. Akshay says, I think we are done with fast bowl. Akshay, oh, I thought he was going to say, well. Hopefully they regroup. Hopefully we see Sri Charini start, because keeping her until the end doesn't really make sense. I think she has 2 overs if I'm not mistaken. And so might as well have 1 over, get that over with right after the drinks break when the batters want to get going once again. You would want your best spinner to be back at it. Also, I would hope that Sri Charini is bowling from the other end. And then you would probably have Shifali from the other end or Deepthi from the other end. Akshay has something to say. And we have Sri Charini back on board.
We might see Pacers bowl because I thought Radha Yadav would be effective enough, but the second over going for 17 would force Harman and Amol to, rethink their plans and probably use the remaining 2 overs of that quota either through Kranti Gowd or Renuka. So yeah, I think we might actually see Pacers now.
Well, there you go. And that's Sri Charini back at it. The accelerate phase of the T20 innings. 15 to 17. Sri Charini back at it from the drinks break. 62 of 36, required run rate of more than 10. Oh, that's fired in.
Just
Oh my
over.
God, that's over
And
Yastika
that'll race
Bhatia, if I'm not
away.
mistaken. And is that a boundary?
That
Please
is a
tell me that's
boundary.
not a
Oh,
boundary. That's not a boundary.
Oh, lovely.
That's a single.
Kranti doing the cleanup job. Well done. Yastika
Yastika, dude.
just possibly getting fingertips or not even, I guess.
Oh, that was very high on the bat. I want to say that's very quick.
Oh,
That's-
just not able to jump more than anything.
Lot of things.
Steps out, smashed it, but straight too long on.
I don't think the Australians will take a lot of risk against Sri Charini, knowing how successful she has been so far for India. But I'm a bit surprised she's bowling it this quick. Just surprised by the pace of the ball. Yeah, there's no way Yastika Bhatia was going to do anything about it. Absolute no way. I would hope to say that if other fielders was there. Oh, that's a wild. That's a top edge. Is that a 6? It's towards the shorter boundary, and that is a well-needed 6 for Australia. Ash Gardner breaks the shackles, takes the best spinner of the opposition on, and gets a 6 in the very third delivery. India very well under pressure. They will want to finish this over well, not just with dot balls, but also with possibly a wicket, especially with Sri Charini bowling, especially with the third over.
We've seen this time and time again for Ash Gardner, where she just finds a way to step up in these situations, right? Very innocuously, she'll be going through her innings, and then suddenly she's 27 of 16. Suddenly, she'll be 50 of 25 odd. India have to make sure that they have their plans in place and not deviating too much. Suddenly, 54 of 33, and it seems like it's going to be a walk in the park for Australia. But is there a twist? Can Charini produce some magic?
This is where Charini, her lack of experience possibly, because she hasn't played a lot of T20s, might just come into play. She goes round the wicket, changes the angle.
Steps out yet again.
Finds the
one
fielder on
bounce
the
to
bounce.
Radha
Yadav, but this is good from Sri Charini. Changing her line was okay. It was a pace that mattered, and she slowed it up. The fact that she's still ready to slow it up, she's still very young into this game, but the fact that she's okay with slowing it up, that's very, very impressive from Sri Charini. Good on her.
This is mature cricket all round.
Oh,
Oh, there's a clear plan.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
she's found the gap. Perry once again bisecting the fielders, getting it over them, whatever it was. Another boundary on the offside. Time and time again through this inning, she's just been able to do that.
that's something Sri Charini will need to be wary of, and that's
And
a
it's
no
a no ball.
Oh my
Talk
God.
about rubbing salt into the wound. It's going to be a free hit. Well, Ashwin's rubbing salt into my wound is We've already got over
Oh.
13 runs from the over with 2 to play and a free hit. This is not looking good for India.
That is something Sri Charini should have been. I mean, you can't. It's hindsight, really. You don't really have a third man to a spinner. That's a free hit. How is Sri Charini going to respond? Elise Perry would know that she's going to fire it in. She's going to bowl the quickest delivery of her life, and she would possibly be ready for that.
Perry's just
Sri
going to smash
Charini.
this for 6.
Oh, that's just a single.
Missed out.
Oh wow,
She's
that wasn't
really
even
missed
that
out.
quick, to be honest.
Yeah. And the
Yeah.
Australian batters are
Yeah, I
Australia's
wanna say
laughing.
They're laughing. Yeah, they're just hiding their laugh at this.
Well. That just shows the kind of. Akshay has something for us.
I have a very interesting stat. I'll wait for this ball to end.
Oh, that's
Steps out. Is that?
straight to
Oh.
the fielder for a single. Gone.
Yeah. So basically, we know how one side is shorter. So in this case, in the 15th over, so every odd over is the leg side of the fielder shorter. So from this end, 8 overs have been bowled, 85 runs have been scored. From the other end, 7 overs and only 40 runs.
Oh wow.
So there you go, less than 6 from the other end.
And that says something about trusting Sri Charini from this end. You would trust your best bowler from the more difficult end, and that's exactly what's happened. That's the end of the over, by the way. 125 for 3 by the end of 15. Another heartbreak from the Aussies. Yeah, that's right. Well, a 6. I mean, they also want to win the game, so an attacking option or an execution that will be very well done by. Oh, that's end of 15, or that's break time.
Oh, that is break time.
I didn't even realize. We'll be
Catch you in a
back
bit,
after
lads.
break. Well, Shefali's back in the attack and she's greeted with a boundary from Ash Gardner. That's short ball. She doesn't even fully go back in the crease, just uses the pace of the ball and hits it in the gap for a beautiful boundary. Australia, I mean, at this point, 42 of 29, they're not only in the game, they're well and truly cruising at this point.
Yeah. Wickets. That's the only way to. Ooh, slows this down once again. Yeah, single. It is. What is even more interesting is that Sri Charni bowled from that end. So did Radha Yadav. I think their idea was to try and bring in spinners who can spin the ball away
Away.
from right-handers. But then the question is, you can't bowl straighter lines. You have to bowl wider lines too.
Oh. Well, that's oh my.
यार क्रांति या श्री चरनी दोनों में से जो भी थी
I
यार.
think that was Kranti. I will be shocked if Sri Charani is fielding at point. That's a disaster of a field placement. Yeah, it's Kranti out. Not surprised.
4 runs conceded. That should have been a dot. It's now a 4. 37 of 27. And curtains seem to certainly be coming on India's campaign of, oh, that's a shame. Like, there was nothing. Nothing happened.
Anamika, you might have stopped watching the match, but don't stop watching this. We'll appreciate that. But that was very disappointing from Kranti. Harman looked pissed. Harman looked
Always.
really pissed. 37 of 27. It almost seems like it's slipping away from the Indian team. But the game's not done until the last ball. Miracles can really happen. And if you get a couple of wickets this over and the next, we might possibly see a miracle. I have
Can always
hopes.
hope for one.
Yeah, I have a lot of hope. So now we see Arundhati Reddy at backward.
Oh,
point.
yeah. They've replaced Kranti with Arundhati Reddy. I don't know who's walked back in. Oh, Kranti herself is. I think she hurt her hands when the ball bounced.
You know, I don't think that's what happened. That's a very quick single. They take that single. You know, so I don't know if you saw after the cut shot and they showed the replay of Harman telling her to go out.
Oh.
And
But I mean, you can't just send her out, so they had to fake an injury.
I
So
would
she was
think
just like,
that's what's happened.
I mean, look at it. She seems fine even when the icing is on the hand. So
Oh, that's yet another short ball in the gap, I presume, for just a single, not in the gap, straight to the field, straight to Jemima Rodriguez. 35 of 25. Who do you think bowls next?
has to be Sricharni, yeah. No other option from that end. So there's still going to be 2 more overs from that end. One of it has to be Sricharni.
Oh.
The other, I wouldn't mind if they go for a pacer, to be honest.
Yeah, to be fair, maybe. You know, yeah, so Sri Charini next over, and then I would like to see Renuka Singh Thakur just to
The very next over after that.
after Sri Charini.
From that end, or you mean the next over?
From
right
this
after?
end, so Shefali's
Oh,
end, I would
okay.
want to see.
I would
Renuka.
actually stick to a pacer from that end and ask them to bowl wide
Wide outside
Yorkers
off.
or something
Fair,
like that. because
Very
spinners have just consistently, and also because spinners naturally will bowl slower, it'll give batters more time to shuffle and attack the leg side once again. So pacers, I think, would be a better option from that end.
Oh, that's interesting. Very interesting. Well, interesting to see what India does, because I would assume they know that they will need to bring on a pacer at some point. You can't
Yeah.
go back to Radha Yadav. That was a disaster of an over where she was just firing it in for whatever reason. And then you had this over from Sri Charani. Unfortunately, not the best.
Oh.
Oh, we do see
From this
next,
end.
yeah, from. So
But
for the viewers, when you say this end, what does that mean?
I don't know the name of the end, but this is the end where the leg side is shorter. So you can see the field graphic also show us. So batters will tend to naturally go for the leg side because the leg side is the shorter boundary from this end. So it becomes easier for them to go through with their shots. And based on the graphic, it feels like the breeze is also flowing from left to right. So it makes it easier for them to just play the Abe yaar. Abhi to just bola, don't bowl straighter lines. Just please bowl wide outside the off stump.
You know, I didn't really see the field, and I don't know if she has the field to bowl outside. I'm not too sure if she has a deep third man even. I would hope she does. But oh yeah,
They have only two outs.
yeah, she doesn't have a deep.
But they have two boundary riders on the offside. Oh, one's long off.
Yeah, I don't think she can afford
Very
to bowl outside
interesting.
the off stump.
Very interesting.
Oh, she does, and that's straight to Renuka Singh Thakur.
Mara nahi. Okay, koi nahi, koi
Yeah,
nahi.
fair,
Good
fair,
call,
yeah,
good call,
fair.
Renuka. I know the temptation would be there to just go for your throws, but no, well done, well done.
Yeah.
So far, so good. Happy with the fact that they've gone to a pacer from this end. Happy with the fact that Renuka has been smart. Like even the ball to Perry wasn't straight. It was just Perry going leg side.
Oh,
Touch and go, and to be honest, fair call,
yeah.
fair call.
Because if she misses it, then it's a single.
Yeah.
Then you're.
Ah,
Oh, that steps out. Is that a six? Is that a six? That is a six. That's an incredible six.
Shot. That's a shot and a half. And I don't know what to make of it because the ball was there to be hit. Gardner steps down the track a bit. I mean, she just probably took a step down the track, not multiple steps per se, and converted it into a slot ball. Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Just one shift and
that's a good ball, you know. Sorry, that's a good shot, you know.
82 meters
Really
again.
good
Wow,
shot.
incredible hit.
Huge
Incredible
sixes
hit.
from these girls today. 2 from Harmanpreet Kaur, 2 from Shefali, and now you see from Ash Gardner. I mean, Ash Gardner has hit big six.
Incredible partnership.
Yeah, 27 of 21. What's gonna happen now? Oh, again a straight
But
delivery.
why not attempt defensive line? Set up a field. Just send all your boundary riders to the offside and bowl wide outside the off stump. Attempt Yorkers.
It's. I don't want to be on air when India lose this game. If India lose, I had a lot of hopes coming into this.
Okay, Solulu is the only. No, Delulu is the only Solulu.
Yeah, I was so sure that India was going to win this. Oh, Perry takes on the fielder. There is no fielder. She bisects the fielder for a boundary. That's what it. 22.
Yeah,
of
I mean, the
19.
last 4-5 overs, they've absolutely smashed it. Absolutely smashed it. Because what? They needed 86 of 8 overs. And let's assume this is a draw. They've already scored 64 of the last 5. 64 of the last 4.5 overs.
It's insane. You know, it's them being able to take risks at whenever they want to and getting the rewards for it. What we did in the first innings was not just struggle to rotate strike to begin with. Every time we tried to hit, it went straight to the fielder. The intent was there, the execution wasn't. Their execution has been spot on. Now, I don't know if it's bad bowling, but the ability to bisect fielders time and again,
Oh
it's
my
not
God.
just bad bowling.
That's
That might be a no
I think
ball.
that's a no ball.
Yeah, that's possibly a no ball. That didn't even pitch on the pitch.
And this is where, once again, just to ensure that I sound like a broken record, this is why you don't. That's a no ball, by the way. You don't make the Aussies chase because they will chase. They needed 86 of the last 8, and here we are already writing obituaries to the game with still more than 3 overs. Oh my word!
That is insane. Yeah, I have a question. In a free hit, can the wicketkeeper go back?
Yeah.
So it's only that.
Oh no, I think they also can't. So the same batter, even they they can't change.
Interesting.
No position change.
Damn, Srikanth. What's up? You've been going at it. We see your rant. Perry steps out, hits that over the bowler for yet another boundary. This is almost a match-defining partnership from Elise Perry and Ash Gardner, and that's 50 for Elise Perry. What a fantastic knock. 52 of 33, a strike rate of 160. It's her ability to be able to rotate strike, but also to break the shackles whenever the Australian team has needed her to. And she's had the perfect partner in Ash to do that. And both of them have been doing that really, really well.
17 runs conceded of this over. 41 is what Renuka Singh Thakur concedes of a 4-over spell. Yeah, for those who were backing Renuka Singh Thakur, like, there you go. I mean, again, I don't know what to say, man. I genuinely don't know what to say because yeah. Bizarre 11. So you will have to talk about it.
Yeah.
Kranti ends up bowling just the 1 over.
You have-
Yasika is not bad. We hardly see her on the field. So that's two players combined contributing just 1 over of game time. So I don't know what was the idea. Full in straight.
That's straight to mid wicket for a
Demi,
single for
cuts
two.
it off well. Single. 17 of that over 2.
I mean, imagine having a batter and you're playing 11 to play 2 over. Like that's basically it. Because after that, she's never walking in, and you're hoping that she never walks out to bat. That is bad day for Indian cricket supporters. Yeah, probably through the game after the 12th over, says Aryan. 16 of 17. Can anything happen at this point? Elise Perry again steps out, hits that through mid wicket again. Jemmy's the fielder backing it up, and for just another single. Well, Harman will need to pray to her gods at this point. We know she does that often. Just
15 of 16. The crowd is still waiting with bated breath. They're hoping against hope that we will get to see some miracle somewhere. But yeah.
well, yeah. I mean, 15 of 16. Things can turn around if you take a couple of wickets, but you need those couple of wickets to come by, and it doesn't feel like this partnership is going to be broken anytime soon, unless the batter makes a really bad mistake. And oh,
That's a 4. That's a 4. Yastika, oh my god. Man. These
well, she
images-
stops it. She stops it, and she has no one to help her. And they run.
They run 4.
No, they run 3. It was
Please,
Elise Perry on.
No, didn't Gardner play the shot? Gardner played the shot.
They run 4.
They ran 4.
They did run 4.
They
Good
ran
Lord.
4. Yastik, oh
That's
man, end this
insane.
again. Everyone who's defending Yastika Bhatia, मेरे को personally बाहर आके मिलो. I mean, no offense. You cannot possibly justify. Like, she's not that good a batter that her fielding does not matter at all. Like, she's been a net negative fielder, and I don't blame her for it. I genuinely don't
Yeah.
blame her. She's not fit.
I don't know how she's cleared from the COE is my question. If she's running like that, how is she cleared? How was she back? How was she? How? Too many hows at
Your
this
thumbnail for tomorrow should read India deserves to.
Well, there you go. Watch out for tomorrow's video. Monday.
This is,
Oh, you are also making a video.
yeah.
Is it the
I'll
same
also
thing?
make the thumbnail India deserves. But for those who will be, for those who subscribe to Women's Cricket Central and who haven't yet, please do subscribe.
Go down
because-
to the description. There's
Yeah.
Women's Cricket Central link. He follows Women's Cricket channel regardless of the country, like us losers who talk about Indian cricket. He
and we
talks
will
about-
we will be reviewing each of the 8 teams that would have bowed out of the tournament ahead of the semi-finals. So that video will come out either tomorrow or the day after. So please do stay tuned
Yeah,
for that.
watch out for that. Go ahead, that subscribe. Shrikant, hit that subscribe. Women's Cricket Central. Your support is needed. All right, then. The Marizan cap looks so happy at this point. Oh, straight to the
Oh.
fielder.
Oh, that's a 4 as well. That's 12 of this. They have absolute 81 of the last 6 overs. 81 of the last 6 overs. That's incredible hitting. 50 for Ash Gardner too. She gets there in quick time. And when I say quick time, I'm really understating it. 28 balls is all she takes to reach 52. Fantastic 50. Fantastic counter attacking from this duo. Elise Perry and Ash Gardner. Oh, brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff from both of them, man.
Like Praatibh said, Ash Gardner has this thing where when you look at her bat for the first time, she's very subtle. She doesn't make a big deal about things. And then she has that one
Yeah.
shot that either goes for a 6 or a boundary. And almost every other over, she has that one shot. Apart from that, she looks like there's no chaos. She looks so calm. Everything around her looks so minimal, except when she pulls out that one shot. And my God, she gets that one shot right more often than not. All right, then let's see if.
Comes over the wicket now.
Oh, she did that in the previous over as well.
What they had to do. make them play on the offside towards the longest.
Well, lads, this might be the first time in international cricket that Ireland win a series again.
Oh, what's the score?
Just 2 wickets left. 28 needed 7 or something. Yeah, so
Let's
Ireland,
go. And Danny Fanny Kirk also, if I'm not wrong.
3 back-to-back wins for Ireland cricket. Day before yesterday the men's win,
That's
yesterday the women's win, today the men's win once again, and today we possibly see India bow out of the World Cup. So yeah, not the biggest day for an Indian fan, and a lot of people, I'm sure, on Instagram will come back to the reel that I made to just give me a lot of shit, and I'll take it. I'll happily take it. What else?
Yeah, please do go engage with it and check the reel out and see what he had to say. And then, of course, give it a lot of.
Oh, that's a full toss to Ash Gardner, straight to long off. 3 runs of 10 deliveries. Anything left in the tank for the Indian team?
Absolutely nothing. The only thing that's left is for them to go back home. Nothing else. I thought I'll be able to come up with something else. There's nothing. 100-run partnership
Oh,
there coming out
wow.
with that single.
Close to a striker of 200 there. I thought you were going to say go back to the drawing board and make new plans and look
तो
for
drawing board उठा के फेंको नया drawing board बनाओ नए artist लाओ drawings बनाओ.
Well,
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Well, that's a dot ball. That's a dot ball to cheer for the Indian team. That's Praatibh crying in the corner. 3 of 9 deliveries. Can we see a miracle? Is there a miracle left? Shefali Verma looks.
No.
Atif Fulmali, they all look like they're sulking through their emotions, through their thoughts. That's Elise
that's
Berry
out.
hitting the ball
That's
up in
out.
the air. That's a chance of a wicket. Shefali Verma takes the catch. Is there a turn of events? That's a wicket to Elise. That's a wicket to Sri Charini, the highest wicket taker of the tournament so far. 14 wickets, if I'm not mistaken. She adds to the tally once more.
They all look distraught, which is why none of them are even willing to celebrate this wicket.
I am very excited. I think if Sri Charini gets a hat trick, things can happen. And then go on, Praatibh.
If we get 4 and 4, then yeah, things can happen.
I think it's poetic that Charan is probably the last person who will end the campaign with wickets for this Indian team. The
Well-
only consistent performer.
Damn, that was such a
Yeah.
such a documentary-esque voice. Very
It was very like a funeral, you know. लोक सभा में आप सभी का स्वागत है.
well. Run out Ash Gardner. Yeah, I think there should be a Munkert and then a hat trick, couple of dot balls, and then India wins the match. I think it's that easy.
Just say Virat Kohli to come and take the last wicket. That's the only.
Oh. Unless he's playing for RCB and I'll be more. Or who's the West Indian batsman? 2016 or 14 T20 World.
Scene.
Ah,
Lendl
16.
Simmons.
Either that. Either Lyndall Simmons or Albie Morkel. And ask Virat to come and bowl. Or Anushka Sharma. She's done a bit of bowling. Julan Goswami. Hasn't she?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. She knows a bit of bowling. Oh, that's another good delivery. Look at that. That's another dot ball. I think these dot balls have to be excited. I don't know why you guys aren't excited. I am very excited.
We need at least 4 more dot balls.
Yeah.
At least 4
It
more
might
dot
just
balls.
happen. 3 of 7. You never know. This ball might just be a wicket for all you know.
Or a boundary for all you know.
And
Oh, it's a
Wareham
boundary.
steps out. Oh, there's no long off, and that's done.
Right on cue. Australia finish off in style. They hit a boundary and end their group stage undefeated, winning the game with 6 balls to spare. India will have a lot to look at when it comes to their bowling in particular, something we've been harping about time and time again. And this once again was a bowling performance that they will be very disappointed with, because make no mistake, they stood a very strong chance at the end of the 12th over with 86 needed of the last 8. It seemed like India could potentially make a difference, but that wasn't to be the case because Australia had completely different plans. They ended up scoring 87 of the last 7 overs to ensure that India not only lose the game but also bow out of the tournament, and we won't be seeing them in the semi-finals. And South Africa, of course, will be thanking their stars and will be hoping to make a difference when they take on, I would imagine, England, of course, in the semi-finals, and that game is coming live the day after tomorrow, Tuesday. Meanwhile, Australia will now take on West Indies in the second semi-final, which comes live on Thursday.
Yeah, I have really. Honestly, it's.
That's possibly it from us. You've been a great audience. Thank you for
Yes.
tuning in for each of these games. Yeah, we've actually enjoyed your support. It's been nice having all of you in the chat.
That is true.
And yeah, it was fun. It was fun doing these watch longs. You'll possibly see more from us in the future.
Yeah, let us
lads.
know if you guys want to
Yeah.
Oh, you won't be there in the fun. But let us
Final doesn't?
say.
Oh, but do let us know.
Yeah, just let us know if you
Yeah.
do want us to do a watch long for the finals. Yeah, unfortunate. If you're an Indian cricket fan, today is not the day to be an Indian cricket fan. We've lost a lot of matches. Now we're out of the World Cup. Tomorrow the headlines will be a disaster for this women's team. A lot of things not going right. A lot of people will be criticized. There might be players who might be scapegoated, and there might be players who are rightly criticized, and there might be players who might have just played the last game for the international side. You might just never know. And so yeah, thank you guys for joining all of our watch longs, our 4 watch longs, if I'm not 5 watch longs.
I watch along.
All the
yes.
5 games in the group stage. Unfortunately, this is it for now. Us covering the Indian team, at least in the World Cup campaign, because we are unfortunately out. So yeah, you guys have been a great support. That being said, even though our enthusiasm may be down because the Indian team have lost, a lot of you guys have consistently joined us. So we are very, very thankful for that. Sankirt, Anushka Singh, Asta. Oh yeah.
Yeah, then what was that?
Techie on the
from
pitch, Aryan.
Mosh, that whatever
Oh
related
yeah,
name.
and 330.
Super 330.
Yeah, Super 330.
Super yeah.
A lot of you guys are probably missing out names.
Sankit,
Yeah.
Shrikant, Sachin, all of
Diksha,
you.
Meghna, the Inquisitive Doctor, Surbi,
Yeah.
Nantakumar,
Nandakumar, yeah,
of
of course.
Komal,
Ramera.
Fact Theory.
Yeah, Aryan.
Oh yeah, there you go. A lot of these names, we really do appreciate you joining us, supporting us, subscribing to us. If you haven't subscribed to Cricket by JB, Women's Cricket by JB, because Cricket by JB at this point is a lost cause. Women's Cricket by JB, subscribe to that. If you haven't subscribed to Women's Cricket Central, do that too.
Please, please.
Thank you guys so much for supporting us. We always appreciate it. Know that we don't take any of this for granted. We know that the only reason we are able to do this is you guys. So yeah, we will always keep putting out good content. Hopefully, content that you like. And if you ever have feedback or have anything to say or want to say, let us know in the comments down below. Hate on us, like us. Let us know. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.
Peace.